Welcome to San Marcos, Texas. It's a whiteout at Bobcat Stadium. Second meeting all time. Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles taking on the Bobcats of Texas State. Hi, everybody. I'm Trey Bender next to the former Oregon and NFL tight end George Reister. Glad you're with us. Two rebuilding programs here. The winner puts themselves in a very good spot at 2-1 to maybe go to a bowl game this year.
Yeah, this is important to both of these teams, Trey. Last year, Texas State won 7 games, and they didn't get a bowl invite. They are hungry, and they are chomping at the bit. And on the other side, Southern Miss, they were once a really good program, and Coach Monken is trying to rebuild the program to where it was.
Two spread offenses. Nick Mullins is a tough-minded 3-year starter for the Golden Eagles.
He's the definition of a pocket passer, and today he's going to have to take care of the football and distribute it to his wide receivers and allow them to run after the catch and make big plays.
On the other side for Texas State, Tyler Jones, there are few plays where he'll just hand the football off.
He's done a good job of protecting the football this year, but he is also responsible for not only making plays with his arm, but making plays with his feet. You are going to see him run a spread option sort of deal. He's going to run, he's going to pass, and he's going to be electric.
Bobcats won 2 years ago in Hattiesburg, but both schools feel they're much improved since that meeting. Southern Mississippi, Texas State, kick it next. Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium in San Marcos, Texas, in between San Antonio and Austin, and we're in line here for what could be a pretty intriguing matchup. Conference USA against Sunbelt, Southern Mississippi and Texas State, both teams 1-1. Southern Miss losing their opener to Mississippi State and beating Austin Peay 52-6. And they're led by Todd Monken in his 3rd season. Improvement each year since his arrival. He's coached in 9 bowl games in his coaching career, best known as offensive coordinator at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I actually had the pleasure of knowing Todd Monken from my Jacksonville Jaguar days. He was the wide receiver coach there. He's a tough-minded guy, and he is instilling that same sort of work ethic and dynamic into his team. But as far as Texas State goes today, I'm actually excited to see this team today versus a similar opponent, because we've seen them against Florida State, which they were outmatched. And last week we saw them against Prairie View A&M. I mean, they outmatched Prairie View. So now, just like Coach Fran said, we're going to learn a lot about this Texas State team and see where they are. Last year, like we said a few minutes ago, 7 wins, didn't get to a bowl game. But this year, the crowd, the team, and the whole fan base expects a bowl game.
Coach Franchione's done a tremendous job, one of 4 active FBS coaches with 200 wins. He believes this could be the year. They'd love to get to 2-1 before going on the road. Texas State, the whiteout, decked out in all white. They'll be kicking it off. Lumi Kaba, a strong leg. He can boom it. And he doubles as their place kicker and punter as well. He has it teed up on the 35. And we're ready to go from San Marcos. Bobcats and the Golden Eagles. And there's the booming kick from Kaba into the end zone, will not be returned. Southern Miss will go to work from the 25-yard line. We talked about Nick Mullins. Last year completed 60% of his passes. This year 62%. Improved accuracy, mobile, and he has really been consistent, the former Alabama Gatorade Player of the Year.
Right now, though, this year he has 4 touchdowns, and he's thrown 3 interceptions, some of them not all his fault. But he's going to have to make sure that he takes care of the football today with this spread attack.
311 yards in the loss to Mississippi State, threw 3 touchdowns last week against Austin Peay. And here's the spread look. It relies on the run game, but they go single back 4 receivers as we open things up here. Mullins has time over the middle, and he has a connection for a first down. DJ Thompson, their wide receiver, a big pickup. David Mims, the tackle, but it's to the Bobcats' 48-yard line.
I thought it was going to be interesting how Southern Miss started out this game, because Texas State's defensive coordinator, John Thompson, he likes to play a lot of single high or no safeties, deep coverage, and as you see, Southern Miss right there took advantage.
4-2-5 look defensively for Texas State. Big catch from Thompson on the first play from scrimmage. Now they'll run it straight ahead. Jalen Richard, the senior from Alexandria, Louisiana, with a 6-yard pickup. Tim Gay, the stinger linebacker, on the tackle. And here they are with the up-tempo. And a penalty flag is thrown. We're going to see up-tempo. Rhythm is a big part of this game on both sides.
Yeah, but the third game of the season, you don't want to see those.
Offense, number 70, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
It's Cameron Tom, the center, referee Kevin Stein.
Yeah, and this Southern Miss offensive lineup though, their offensive line is going to have to be the bell cows of this team. And then their skill position players, Rashard, Thomas, and it's all going to be led by their quarterback. He's going to have to make sure that this offense is flowing smoothly.
2nd and 9 after the 5-yard mark-off. Richard will rotate with Hayes and Smith at the running back spot. Straight ahead, this will be Ito Smith up to the 41-yard line. Smith had a big game. His first 2 games went over 100 yards last week against Austin Peay. Nick Osevic on the tackle. Defensively for the Bobcats, 4-2-5 alignment, and it's fit to face a good passing offense.
Yeah, it is. They are going to put a lot of pressure on Southern Miss, and they're going to have to get to them. Otherwise, the deep play, the big play is going to be open.
3rd and 3 for Mullins and company. He's going to roll, has some time, throws a strike for a first down. Completed to Casey Martin, the 5th-year senior, and they move the sticks.
This was a smart play by Southern Miss. They're going to move the pocket. They're going to make sure that Nick Mullins is not going to be under pressure, so they have him rolling out to the right. And like you talked about earlier, Trey, he's an accurate passer, and right there he delivered the strike for a first down.
Confident on this first drive, and they're threatening to score here at the Texas State 28-yard line. Little pitch. Turning it up with some room. With the first down is Ito Smith, and he's run out of bounds at the 12-yard line. A pickup of 16. Dilla Roseman, the free safety, runs him out.
Southern Miss has been able to do well moving the football, but on the first drive, we've already seen 2 flags. We're going to see what this is, but Smith is obviously an electric running back.
Block below the waist. Offense, number 68. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
Brandon Farmer, that erases a big run from Smith.
That hurts. That's the second time that Southern Miss has shot themselves in the foot on this first drive. They were able to pick up the first down on the last penalty, but now you put yourself in a 1st and 16, 1st and 17 situation, and that's just putting yourself behind the 8 ball.
2 in the backfield next to Mullins now. 2 receivers to the right. Shifting behind him is Jalen Richard. Richard will get his number called straight up the gut, and he's down to the 24-yard line. They're getting big seams in the run game. Brandon McDowell on the tackle.
This is a commitment to running the football. As you see here, that's a nice cutback, and he just shows his speed.
And they try the right side with Richard, and this time a yard, and that's about it. 3rd down coming up. Damani Alexi, the rover back, on the tackle. But they really have done what they wanted to do so far in this drive, with the exception of the penalties.
Yeah, even on this 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, I still may be thinking about running the football if I'm Coach Money. I want to make sure that I establish it, and you've been picking up big yardage except for the last play.
3rd and 5, they have trips to the near side. Mullins has plenty of time. Over the middle. Catch made for a first down. It's Thompson, and he is in for the touchdown. Mullins to Thompson, and the Golden Eagles strike first.
When you don't get pressure on the quarterback, these are the plays that are going to beat you. He's standing back there, has all day to throw the football, and the wide receiver, DJ Thompson, he just makes a play, has the will to get in the end zone.
Thompson had his first career touchdown last week against Austin Peay. Had a couple catches on this drive to open things up. And the extra point is through there for Parker Schonfield, the redshirt freshman. Southern Miss with an impressive drive. 8 plays, 75 yards, capped off by this touchdown toss.
DJ Thompson here just making plays, making sure that he gets it.
Southern Mississippi on the board first. They go 75 yards. Nick Mullins 3 for 3, 63 yards through the air, and he hooks up with Thompson from 23 yards out to give him the advantage here. Very effective drive, a few penalties mixed in, but they did what they wanted to do, run and pass.
Coach Monken, he wanted to make sure that he got the ball to his big, athletic, wide receivers, the way that they could make plays. Now we're going to see if Texas State can respond.
Stephen Broccoli's kickoff returned by Brandon Smith, and he's corralled at the 18-yard line. Darian Yancey in there on the tackle and special teams. There is a flag on the field.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 7. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Easy Anyama, the guilty party, and they will back up the Bobcats. They'll start their first series deep in their own territory.
And Anyama's a transfer from Texas, former track star, decided he wanted to come back and come play football, and now on the Texas State roster, he's getting an opportunity to play on defense, but you can't make those type of penalties on special teams.
Different attitude you need to have on the gridiron. Tyler Jones now will bring him out, all conference candidate, strong arm, and so important they'll run most of the offense through him in an up-tempo offense from the spread. And here is Jones on the keeper, very crafty up the middle, up to the 12-yard line. He picks up 4 yards.
You're going to see a lot of this from Tyler Jones today. You have to keep your eye on the football because he's going to be elusive.
Here's the group up front. They have Bullard, a 3-year starter at that left tackle spot, protecting the blind side. 2 seniors and a couple juniors up front. A talented group at the running back core. Will swing pass in the slot, and the catch is made by Japhus Gaines, and he's close to a first down at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, that was really a big opportunity for a big play right there.
Here's a look at the defense, and some transfers have made an impact. You see Andrew Bolton, he's from Kansas. Michael Smith, their most experienced defensive lineman, a converted defensive end playing in the middle now. It is a 4-3 alignment, fast and physical in the secondary. It was good enough for a first down, just shy of the 19-yard line, and the Bobcats have a little bit of breathing room now. Their first possession here on home turf. Tempo is very important to this offense.
It is, and they, at this point in time, don't seem to know where they're going, where they're lining up. This is not the way Texas State wants to start this football game.
Interesting alignment, bunch to the left side. They'll run it left, and it's Robert Lowe, and he breaks it. Robert Lowe in the clear. One man to beat. And he's finally dragged down at the 22-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Kalen Reed. Lowe busts one open.
I told you have to continue to watch the football. Tyler Jones does a good job handing the ball off and then continuing the fake. Robert Lowe, he makes sure that he gets downfield. And we know that he doesn't have the home run speed like Nuttall does, but he still made a big play.
Play action now, and not looking for the football was Brandon Smith, and a flag is thrown. That was a 59-yard run to set him up in scoring territory, and then a flag looks like on the Golden Eagles defense.
I think Southern Miss may get a bad deal out of this one because the wide receiver didn't seem to know.
Pass interference. Defense, number 11. Ball be placed in spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
It's Kalen Reed, the corner.
That's the trouble with some of these run-pass options is that I really think that the Texas State wide receiver, that he got confused as to what he was doing because he seemed to be blocking, and, you know, that's a case of bad things happen to good people for Southern Miss.
Benefits the Bobcats. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line now. The running back is Nuttall. He'll get the handoff, running right, tries to cut it back, and he's gang tackled at the 11. Maybe a yard, and that's it, as Andrew Bolton was in there.
He missed all of last season with some academic issues, and he was able to come back. And the coaches said he's still knocking a little bit of rust off, but he's their home run hitter in the backfield.
They rotate he and Lowe at that spot, and Lowe is back in, keeping it as Jones, and he goes down at the 10. Lost his footing maybe a little bit, but pressure from Denarius Antoine, the safety, he caused that.
That was a good play, keeping your responsibility. You see him here in the middle of the field. He's spying Tyler Jones, and once he goes and commits to the run, he is able to make the tackle.
3rd and 8 at the 10. Two receivers right, Smith and Mercer. Mercer in motion. Jones has time. Standing in, delivers a strike, incomplete. Had a man in the back of the end zone, not able to come up with it was Smith. Cornell Armstrong on the coverage back there.
It was a good job of Tyler Jones buying some additional time in the pocket, getting his eyes downfield. He could have tried to run, but he delivers a pass right here. It's a little bit behind his receiver, and I don't think that Smith could have made the catch, but he delivered a good effort, though, and Tyler Jones is going to want that one back.
Here's Lumi Kaba trying to put him on the board. 27-yarder straight away, and Kaba, the junior from Tyler, Texas, has his first field goal conversion this season. Texas State gets the big run from Lowe, 59-yarder to set it up, but they come up a little bit short of the end zone, getting 3 points. 7-3. A couple long scoring drives opening up play here in San Marcos, Texas. 7-3. Southern Mississippi leading Texas State. Lumi Kaba banging a field goal through from 27 yards out. That was a big drive set up by the run by Lowe.
Yeah, that was a huge 59-yard run. You would have liked him to hit the entire home run, but he got in triple and he got his team on the board.
Kaba with that cannon leg and no return. Golden Eagles will start from the 25-yard line. So Southern Miss has to have a lot of confidence. Both teams offensively look pretty good.
Yeah, they do, but you talked about his leg. That's exciting because last week they attempted a 60-yard field goal right before halftime. Didn't exactly go the way that they wanted it to go, but when a coach has confidence, like Coach Fran has in his kicker, to attempt a 60-yarder, that means that the kid has not only outstanding leg talent, but he's probably pretty accurate as well.
It's like Janikowski with the Raiders. He's a weapon. He hit a 61-yarder in his junior college days, Kaba did. We'll see if that factors into this game. Mullins and the Golden Eagles from the 25. Getting good protection. Has a man as Casey Martin in the sideline. He's tripped up and finally knocked down at the 37-yard line. Martin was left wide open over there. Dilla Roseman finally on the tackle.
He's a pretty reliable wide receiver. Coming into this game, he was leading in catches, 12 catches, 87 yards. And you see after that route, which is a wheel route, he was able to break free.
It's a 38-yard pickup. Now breaking a tackle to the near side is Ito Smith, and he's run out of bounds and has a first down at the 24-yard line. Damani Alexi, the quarterback of that secondary, the Rover, finally got to him. They're doing well in the run game. 13-yard pickup.
Smith isn't even going to let his teammates slow him down, knock him over if he's getting away.
Both teams up tempo, play fake. Mullins in some trouble, and he gets rid of it. Chasing him down. A good defensive play that time by the defense. Rashad Dillon, the defensive tackle, was all over him.
A lot of times when you do some of these play fakes, if you don't give the defense a good hard fake, they're not going to honor it. And you saw right there, Mullins ended up under pressure and unable to deliver the football.
Setting up the screen. Smith's got it. Breaks a tackle and goes down at the 18-yard line. Trey McGowan, the Mike linebacker, had a shot at him. Couldn't get him.
They're going to get the ball to Smith any way possible. He's a true every down running back. He can run the ball, and you see right there, they even trust him in the passing game. He's one of their more explosive players, so they want to try to get him the football in any way possible.
We haven't seen Justice Hayes, the Michigan transfer. They're very deep at that position. This time, 3rd down and 4. Setting up the screen. Mitchell breaks a tackle. Jordan Mitchell is in for the Golden Eagles touchdown. The freshman from Hattiesburg breaking the tackles, yards after catch. The big story there.
This is a middle screen by Southern Miss setup, and it wasn't great blocking. This was a great individual effort. He wants to get in the end zone more than anything, and you like to see that out of your big physical wide receivers, and Jordan Mitchell showed you right there why the coaches want to get him the football, because he's a playmaker. He's a playmaker, big, fast, physical. Trey, how many tackles did this man break on this one play?
Wow, he's a true freshman, his first collegiate touchdown, and also an injured Bobcat, Tim Gay, limping off the field now after that play. Gay, a fifth-year senior out of Houston, and a valuable guy who's played running back and defense for this program. They have not slowed down Southern Miss here on the first two series. Sean Field for the extra point. 75-yard drive, first drive. This one goes 75 yards. And the lead is 14-3.
Trey, this feels like the complete opposite of what we saw last week from Texas State when they were playing against Prairie View. Earlier in the game, Texas State tried one of these middle screens, but they were unsuccessful. And if you are Texas State, you see the tackling. The tackling was an issue last week. And right there, you see it is continuing to be an issue, and Coach Fran and the defensive coordinator, John Thompson, are going to have to rally this team and get them to surround the football and tackle the football.
They're so versatile. You see the scoring drive, spread, shotgun look, and Coach Fran has to be concerned because they wanted to stop the run first, but they're taking their shots in the passing game just as effectively. They've really got a great balance out there right now.
Texas State is a little bit risky on defense. They want to put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but when you play single high, which is one safety deep, or at times Texas State has no safeties deep and they're playing press man, everybody within 5 to 6 yards of the line of scrimmage, you put yourself at risk for these big plays.
Owens now 6 of 7 through the air for 125 yards as Stephen Broccoli has it teed up. Great start for the visitors from Hattiesburg. This is going to make the end zone over the head of Brandon Smith, and the Bobcats will have it at the 25-yard line. Well, Texas State has some success with their offense, and coming in, we thought that the strengths of both these teams were their spread offenses. The question is, could the defense slow down the other?
On Texas State's side right now, the answer to that is no. They've had an inability to do that. And Southern Miss, you can't feel much better about what you've shown either, even though that you did get a stop.
You held them to 3.
You held them to 3, but you gave up a 59-yard run. You can't keep giving up these big plays if you are Southern Miss.
Good news for the Bobcats. They are up tempo. They can move down the field quickly. They'll go with a 3-receiver look here. Jones, the junior from Stephenville, Texas, goes to work. Left sideline. And the catch is made. Run out of bounds is C.J. Best, the senior. Darius Antoine on the tackle.
Nice delivery here by Tyler Jones. He delivers the ball out to the flat, and he keeps it the ball away from the defender, and he's leading this up-tempo offense.
On 2nd and 5, they send Best in motion, and they run it with Lowe, and he gets a yard, maybe 2, just across the 31-yard line. And he'll set up a 3rd and short from there. Now you're in that manageable situation, 3rd and short.
And that's where the quarterback, when you run this triple option, he becomes a threat, because at 4 yards, he's still a threat to run for a first down.
You're going to hand it off. Little delay, and that doesn't get it done. Lowe is tripped up and knocked down at the line of scrimmage as they could not get him jump started there. Now it's 4th down. That was Xavier Thigpen, the defensive end.
You see, this is just a simple draw play. The whole offensive line turns to the left. It's a little unconventional, and Adrian Ballard in this well-regarded Texas State offensive line has not been able to move Southern Miss and get them to be able to run the football, which they want to be able to do that, where it will open up their pass game as well.
So we have our first stop here in the first quarter. They forced the punt from Lumi Kaba. And a timeout called by Texas State.
This will be a full media timeout.
So the Bobcats will burn a timeout on special teams. Not what Coach Franchione was hoping for. Not the start he wants here on home turf. 14-3. Southern Mississippi leads it here in San Marcos. Couple 75-yard drives for Southern Mississippi. They lead at 14-3, and looks like they'll get the football back here. Lumi Kaba to punt from his 16-yard line after the defensive stand. Kaba a wobbler. Casey Martin coming up on it and makes the fair catch at the 36-yard line. Good field position for Southern Mississippi. This is a Golden Eagles team led by Nick Mullins. He's a savvy guy and really perfect for this offense.
He hasn't done much, Trey. He's only thrown 2 touchdowns. He's only been accurate, almost perfect on the day. 8-play, 75-yard drive on the first one. Touchdown to DJ Thompson. And then the second one, middle screen to Jordan Mitchell. Broken tackles, and he himself wanted the end zone just as badly.
He's only 43 yards away from 5,000 career passing yards. Off to a great start here on the road, and a key game here in week 3. The winner will go to 2-1, and the winner believes they'll have a great chance at maybe being a bowl team this year. Handoff straight ahead. They have rotated Jalen Richard and Ito Smith, and this is Richard on first down for 4 yards.
You talked about the bowl game, though. It's big for both of these programs. Southern Miss 2 years ago was 1-11, and they are rebuilding under Coach Monken. Texas State moved up from being an FCS team. They have bounced from conference to conference, and they're looking to establish themselves in the Sun Belt.
Southern Mississippi, a great tradition, trying to get back to where they were. 2nd down and 7. Mullins in some trouble now, and he gets rid of the football. Looked like he had time, but underneath there, Mershad Dillon, the senior tackle, got enough of his foot to knock him down and force him to get rid of the football.
Quarterbacks have a clock in their head and goes off, and they can feel pressure, but it's really hard when a guy falls right at your feet, and he was getting blocked very well, and look what I found.
3rd and 7. Split backs. Next to Mullen, Richard and Smith. They're loading up the box. They're rushing 4, though. Over the middle, Mullins incomplete. He wanted DJ Thompson, and here comes a penalty flag.
And that penalty is going to be on Mims. It's going to be pass interference, or it's going to be holding. It's a legit call. But if you're Texas State, you cannot allow this much time when you bring pressure.
Pass interference. Defense, number 22. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
That's the preseason Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Year, Mims.
Last week, Prairie View went after him time and time again. And today, Southern Miss goes after him, and he gets there just a little bit early trying to make a play because he knows that Texas State is bringing pressure and that the ball's going to have to come out early, but he just got there a little bit too early.
First down out the midfield stripe, showing blitz. The Bobcats, now they back off of it. Handoff, Smith off the right side, a couple yards, and that's it. That was Mims knifing in there.
That's one of the reasons why he was voted preseason Defensive Player of the Year, because not only is he heavily involved in the pass game, but he's a willing tackler as well, which you don't see with a lot of corners.
2nd and 8. Quick hitter to the sideline. Catch made by Smith. Breaks a tackle. Smith inside the 40 and has a first down. You touched on it earlier. He's a dual threat. He's very good catching the ball out of the backfield.
You're going to see a lot of this at a lot of these screens from Southern Miss when you have Texas State with everybody up near the line of scrimmage, because you have chance for home runs.
First down at the 38. Now they'll run it. Mixing run and pass very effectively down to the 35-yard line is Smith. Marie Berry, the end on the tackle.
Texas State is on their heels. At this point in time, defensive coordinator John Thompson, he has to be thinking, what can I call to get my team to settle down? Because if I sit back, they throw the ball. If I bring pressure, they call a screen.
Thrown it 9 times, rushed it 17 times. 2nd down from the 35-yard line. Over the middle, catch made, first down grab to move the chains. Mike Thomas has it, Brandon McDowell on the tackle, but it's to the 22.
Mullins is just feeding the ball to his wide receivers. He's being very accurate, and you see every time they get a first down, they come up with tempo.
They hurry up to the line of scrimmage from the 21-yard line. Little toss pitch to the outside, Richard, and he gets it down to the 17-yard line. Gang tackled over there. Trey McGowan over on the play.
Southern Miss is making sure that Texas State cannot sub. You see that their defensive line, Texas State's defensive line, they have their hands on their hips. They're getting a little bit tired, and fatigue makes not only a tough athlete in terms of him not being able to make plays, but it also affects your thinking and your judgment.
It's not just the fourth quarter where you're winded. Here we are, late stages, first quarter, and they're feeling that way. On second down, Richard straight ahead, picking his way forward. A flag comes in from the Southern Miss side of things, so hold on.
Hard on the kick.
Holding. Offense, number 66. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay. Second down.
Andrew Peterson, the right tackle.
This couldn't have come at a better time for Texas State. They're thanking Southern Miss for that penalty, not just only because they get backed up, but because they get a chance to sub. And right here, you see the tackle just throws him down on the ground. That's unnecessary, and that's going to get flagged every single time that you try to give him the wrestling belly-to-belly suplex. You just got to block him, use your pads, keep your pad level, and push him around.
Roosevelt Pearson in at a defensive end position after that break. Second down and long for Mullins. Right sideline, and the catch made in the sunlight over there. It's hauled in by DJ Thompson. Mims on the coverage.
I can't say enough about the way Mullins has been playing and leading his offense. He's been calm. The offensive line is giving him time, and he's delivering strikes. That time he was against Mims, who's one of the better cover guys, not only in the Sun Belt, but in the country, and he'll be playing on Sundays.
It's a 12-yard pickup, and what it does, it sets up a third and short. They need to get the football to the 11. Richard in the backfield. Gets the call. Straight ahead as a first down, and he's inside the 5. Dallas McClarty, the nose tackle, finally got him, but it's first and goal.
Southern Miss is answering the bell. Jeff Monken wanted to know more about his football club. They were in the same position. Texas State played Florida State. Southern Miss played Mississippi State. Then they came back with Austin Peay. So he didn't necessarily know where his football club was, but through the first quarter, through the first 13 minutes of this game, Coach Monken has to be pleased.
They have dominated. They hung in with Mississippi State. It was a 14-10 game second quarter at one point. Here they are trying to get their second win. They'll hand it off to Smith, right side, and Smith is dragged down at the 2-yard line. Mullins thought that was a touchdown. A late tackle by McGowan, saving it. It'll be second and goal.
That was a good quality tackle by McGowan, and that's one of the few that we've seen today by Texas State. He wraps him up, gets him down. He doesn't allow any extra yards after contact.
Second and goal from the 2 now. They've had a couple 75-yard drives trying to cash in here in I formation. Richard hit in the backfield and dropped. That was Jared Jeter-Gilman with a big play.
That's one of the most dangerous spots on run plays, those gap scheme run plays that people have to pull, because you can get run down from the back by either a very fast linebacker or by a deflecting defensive back.
Thomas split to the bottom of the screen. He's a big target at 6'1". Single back, shifting to the left of the quarterback is Richard. They're going to hand it off to Richard, slanting off the left side, and no indication he is not in. McGowan stopped him just short of the goal line.
That's a good stop by Texas State. And it all started with McGowan on first down, getting Richard down and making sure that he was not going to get in the end zone. And now it's going to be fourth down, and Southern Miss wants to put a stamp on this game. They're saying, this is our game. We're not going to kick a field goal from 6 inches away. If you can't get it from 6 inches away a lot of times, my philosophy, you don't deserve to win. I'm going for it pretty much every single time unless the game is on the line. If I'm kicking for the game and we're down 1 point, 2 points from here, yeah, we'll kick a field goal. But other than that, punch it in.
So we have a big fourth down play coming up when we come back. 1 quarter is in the books here. A big first quarter performance from Southern Mississippi. They're going to review this play to see if he indeed did get in. The call on the field was shy of the goal line. It will be the final play of this first quarter.
They're going to have to bring out a coordinate measurement machine, an abacus, a rule. I mean, they're going to have to bring everything to try to figure out if this ball broke the plane. It wasn't clear. It wasn't definitive. So I think it's going to be very hard to overturn this call.
And Todd Monken, if he can get in on the first play of the second quarter, will have a commanding lead. 14-3 with 1 quarter in the book. Second quarter coming up from San Marcos. Golden Eagles off to a good start. We open up the second quarter. The call on the field stands. It'll be 4th and goal near the goal line for Southern Mississippi, trying to cash in first play of the second quarter. They have Parks and Davis as blockers in front of the running back, Jalen Richard. Mullins on 4th down, straight ahead, Richard. No indication, he's in. There it is, touchdown.
It's not the first effort. It's not the second effort. It was the third effort they got Richard in. His offensive line just kept churning those legs. Texas State, they put up a good fight right here, though. You see them, they built the wall. They were able to knock some of the offensive linemen back, but at the very end, Richard just found a crease over the left side.
Second effort after the initial contact for the 4-year starter. He's in the end zone, and it's a 20-3 advantage here as we open up the second quarter. The extra point from Schonfield is good, and it's 21-3. How about this offense? A couple 75-yard drives in the first quarter, and this one goes 65 yards.
They showed some physicality, but the biggest difference in this game is that physicality, where Southern Miss has run 26 plays to Texas State's only 9. And when you look at the yards, you're looking at 234 to 77 in 1 quarter. This is tough. 13 plays, 65 yards, 6 minutes. That's taxing on a defense, and it's mentally draining when a team just stays out there on the field time and time again. We've been to a couple commercials, so that's 6 minutes of game time. That's like 30 minutes of real time that your offense has been on the sideline. And if you're Texas State, I hope you've been drawing up plays in the dirt. I hope Coach Schultz is able to get his offense running, because with only 11 passing yards so far, they're not going in the direction that they want to, with the exception of that big play by that big run by Lowe.
Coach Monken said beating someone on the road is key. You've got to be mature on the road. You also need to run the ball well on the road. They have done that, and what a start. 21-3 Golden Eagles as Broccoli will kick it away from the 35. This will be returnable. It'll be Brandon Smith across the 20. Breaks free for a moment and tackled from behind at the 31-yard line. Texas State has some work to do. Trailing by 18, they have the long drive and they had to settle for a field goal. Evan Osborne on the special teams tackle.
That return right there felt indicative of what Coach Fran's team has been showing us all day. It's like that deep breath where you say, okay, almost, and then they just don't get it done. They had an opportunity on the screen to hit a home run. They missed the play. They've missed a couple tackles. And Lowe had an opportunity to hit a home run on the touchdown, just didn't make it. They got a field goal. Now they need to come back and get 6.
Lowe is on the field right now to the left of the quarterback, Tyler Jones. It's an end-around double reverse into the hands of C.J. Best, and he's got a running lane. Best has a first down. It could have been a bigger play, but the black shirts get over there, and he's tackled at the 44. Denarius Antoine on the tackle.
Texas State had to pull out something out of the bag to get some momentum. And you see here that fly sweep, every Southern Miss defender trails him, and good blocking out front, but Southern Miss is able to recover with their speed.
14-yard pickup, play fake, And the catch made by Japhus Gaines, and Gaines with a big gainer, and he's out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Kalen Reed on the tackle, a little misdirection, a couple plays to shake things up.
Doesn't it feel like that although both of these plays have gone for first downs, don't you feel like that they should have gone for a little bit more? That Texas State, that they see that they're having opportunities, and they need to capitalize on them even more.
And here is a defensive lineman jumping. That looked like Andrew Bolton that jumped prematurely.
Offsides, defense number 95, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
What's good for the Goose is good for the Gander. You saw Southern Miss speeding up after they got first downs. Texas State is now trying to get their offense in a rhythm, and it caused them to jump off sides.
1st and 5 now at the 35-yard line. A 14 and 16-yard pickup, then the penalty, and the Bobcats are in business here. Straight ahead, play fake, and almost an interception. They faked it to the running back low, and that was deflected, and Antoine had a shot at it in the secondary.
That was an opportunity for Texas State. They go with the play fake here. The linebackers bite down. Tyler Jones delivers a good pass, but the wide receiver is clearly thinking more about the hit than he was the actual catch.
2nd and 5 now. And a keeper, Jones, right off the gut to the 15. Jones to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State.
That's a result of the double reverse. Texas State was able to run the football, and now they've actually started to threaten Southern Miss. And when you threaten a team, people, they get their eyes in the wrong place, and sometimes they do the wrong thing.
2nd rushing touchdown for Jones. That shows his ability. He does so many things well.
Yeah, and he's got the type of speed to hit that home run. And that's what makes him so dangerous of a quarterback. He's able to deliver the ball accurately and make sure that, and when he gets an opportunity in the run game, he delivers.
Southern Miss jumped across the line of scrimmage here for the PAT attempt from Cabo.
Offsides, defense number 94, half the distance to the goal, replay the try.
Still in Bradley. They will kick it again. Sometimes you're tempted to try to go for 2 when you get the penalty here, but they will go for the single point here and try to make this an 11-point game.
You just try to get some of the momentum back.
And Cabo makes it 21-10. Nice answer from Texas State as they get on the scoreboard into the end zone for the first time. 4 plays, 69 yards. The big run from the quarterback, Jones. Welcome back to San Marcos. A lot of offense in this one. 31 points on the board, and Dennis Franchione's team finally finding the end zone.
After starting out slow, having a few penalties, not playing all that great on offense, they come back with a 4-play, 69-yard drive that only takes a minute and 8 seconds, and it was by their man, Tyler Jones, 35-yard run.
Cabo booms one through the end zone again, and the Golden Eagles will start at the 25-yard line. Well, how do you slow down Nick Mullins and Southern Miss right now? They've got him on their heels.
Yeah, that's the magic question. That's the gotcha. If you are Texas State, you want to make them drive the entire length of the field. They have scored in short order, 8 plays, 7 plays, and had a bunch of big plays in between. You got to get them in 3rd down and make Southern Miss beat you. Catch the ball every time. Make sure they don't jump off sides, and you don't do that when a team is never in 3rd down.
Mullins 9 of 11, 161 yards. Looking to throw it here. Plenty of time over the middle, and a first down catch is made as he hits Taylor Marini, the sophomore tight end.
It's taking Texas State a long time to get lined up on defense. And Southern Miss, after they get a first down, you see tempo. Here comes tempo again.
14-yard pickup, Marini's first catch this season as they continue to spread the wealth around. Two running backs in the backfield this time. They'll hand it off. And carrying it for the first time is Justice Hayes. He's a fifth-year senior Michigan transfer. Rushed for 213 yards last year with the Wolverines. Onyema on the tackle.
They have a whole slew of guys with Southern Miss who they can hand the ball to. Ricard obviously being the best of them all. And he's just running the ball. And this Southern Miss offense looks like a well-oiled machine right now.
They do, and Hayes picked up 5 right there, fresh off the bench. Mullins looking to throw it. Pump fake. Going deep down the sideline. Has a man open. It's incomplete. Had a man wide open. Brandon McDowell in coverage on Thomas, and it looked like Thomas had real estate in front of him.
Mullins is going to want this ball back. He's not under pressure in the pocket. That ball should have come out just a little bit early. His receiver has to slow down to catch the ball. Otherwise, it would have been another big play. And even last week against Prairie View, Texas State gave up some big plays against a lesser opponent. And today, Coach Fran wanted his defense to shore up. And now they got him in third down. Got to get off the field.
Split backs, 3-receiver look. They're rushing only 3. Mullins to the near sideline, catch made by Richard, and that's a first down grab. Maybe the hidden treasure for this team is the ability of the running backs to catch it. They are such weapons out of the backfield. Jeter Gilman on the tackle.
Yeah, Richard, Smith, whoever it is for Southern Miss has been able to get the ball wherever they want it. And on third down, Southern Miss is running some of these crossing patterns, these rub routes, and Texas State is not able to make the adjustment. They may need to get out of the man and play some zone on third down.
They needed 5 to get 7, and now they're on the Bobcat side of the field looking for more points. Mullins, the junior, in complete control here in the first half. Hands it off to Smith, trying to stretch it outside, and he's bottled up. And that's one of the best defensive plays from this unit. Steven Smith, the Mike linebacker, was in there, but he got a lot of help.
You got to follow it up, though. This is a big play. Nice play on first down. You get a negative rush by Southern Miss because of penetration at the tight end spot. Big time play by Texas State. Now they got to make it happen again on second down.
Here's the junior from Missouri City, Texas, trying to spark his team. 2nd and 12 now. Mullins can't find anybody. Flushed it out of the pocket, in trouble, and he has to get rid of the football. Was anybody in the area? They're saying incomplete pass. Pressure that time applied by Ruthmean Nichols, 7.
He was outside the tackle box, so they didn't throw a penalty there. But again, if Texas State is going to allow Southern Miss to have this much time, Nick Mullins to sit back there, he's going to pick them apart, and the coordinators are going to find some route combinations that destroy whatever coverage that you're playing.
He's 11 of 14 through the air. This will be a tough conversion here if they can get it 3rd and 12. Pressure coming. Mullins has the time, dumps it off. Flag is thrown. Catch made by the running back. We've shortened the first down by Jalen Richard. It could be coming back. Roseman on the tackle.
See, this is a tough situation here. Probably going to get a holding penalty. And it's going to be, what, 4th and 1, 4th and 2?
Yep, close to 2 yards, it looks like.
So, but you're in an area where Southern Miss may go for it.
Personal foul, face mask.
It's going 15 yards one way or the other.
Let's just flip a coin.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 72. 15 yards from the previous spot. Replay, 3rd down.
Right side of the screen on Norman Price.
Meant offense number 72.
Yeah, that's the right tackle there.
He just tried to get his hand in and tried to, stop a free rusher, and he got a tough penalty right there.
Boy, that backs him all the way back to the 34 now.
3rd and forever. There are no plays in the playbook for this.
Mike Thomas is their big target at 6'1". Thompson also 6'3". They can go up and get it. They need 27. They'll run a little draw play. Smith, flag thrown again as he's run out of bounds to 43. Berry on the tackle.
Holding, offense, number 73. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Still third down.
Rashad Hill, the left tackle. Well, they're having some problems up front.
That's one of the plays that I would think about declining this penalty, only because they're for sure going to have to punt, and you don't want to risk your team if you are Coach Fran in a what, third and 27, mess around and get another penalty. Southern Miss has been hampered by penalties today. 8 for 73 yards. Yes, they're up 21-10, but imagine the field position and the yardage that you're giving up by hamstringing yourself.
We got a play here. 37 yards is what they need.
Yeah. Find a play in the playbook for that.
There's going to be a draw again. We'll get it to Richard. He gets some running room and gets a lot of the yardage back. A good play call. Gets it back to the 40-yard line. McDowell on the tackle does give him some field position, and now they'll have to punt the football. 14-yard pickup.
Texas State has to be happy about this. Getting off the field, getting the stop, give your offense back the football with an opportunity to make it a one-score game, and then put yourself in a position after starting out slow, slow on defense and on offense, giving yourself a chance to get back in this football game.
Tyler Sarazen's first punt of the first half. Hangs it up there, and it's caught. And on the return is Brandon Smith to the near side, and he's shoestringed down at the 43, or he may go the distance. In the open field, a big special teams tackle right there as David Bertucci was there. 17-yard return, still good field position for the Bobcats, trailing by 11. 21-10 lead for Southern Mississippi here at Texas State, but some life for the Bobcats. They score on their last possession, a touchdown drive. They get a defensive stop, and now excellent field position as they started this series from the 43. Tyler Jones will go to work, calls his number. Quarterback draw, and he leans forward and dives to 47 and picks up 4 yards.
That's another one of those almost big plays by Texas State, but you love, if you're Coach Fran and you're Coach Schultz, the way that your offense is continuing to move in the right direction.
And they'll set up a screen here into the hands of Lowe, and Lowe has a first down, keeps his balance. Great individual effort down to the 28-yard line. Sherrod Ruff, the spur linebacker on the tackle. Texas State now finding some success. 18-yard
great
pickup.
play call, but a touchdown-saving play by Truly. He defeats 2 blockers and then is able to get trip up low on a shoestring tackle. This was an excellent play after such a bad play by the Southern Miss defense.
Low straight ahead, and he's cut down by Dylan Bradley right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard. Bradley's a good one. Leading tackler at the line spot, has a couple sacks this year. And a Macon, Mississippi. Motion is Smith. Play fake for Jones over the middle. Contact. It was intended for Smith and broken up, but a flag clearly, truly got to the receiver before the ball did.
Oh, after a touchdown-saving play. It's okay, I'll just give him a first down on this.
That'll move the chains there.
He got there a little bit early. Truly's trying to be really aggressive, trying to dislodge the football from the
Pass
defender.
interference. Defense, number 8. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
Nice on-target pass by Tyler Jones. And he just gets there. He gets there pretty early. Tries to play it off, just hitting with the shoulder. But the ref in the back, he sees it, and makes the call, which was the right one. And now Texas State another first down and in the red zone.
9 penalties now against Todd Monken's club. First down at the 22-yard line, and the pendulum swinging now. The momentum clearly with the guys in white.
And the difference is the penalties. I mean, Southern Miss is backing themselves up, and they're giving Texas State cheap, free first downs. Got to make them earn it. Got to make them earn it all the way down the football field.
And Jones playing with more confidence with each snap now. Jones on the keeper. Does not pitch it, and he's cut down at the line of scrimmage. A couple black shirts were in there as they strung that play out pretty well. That was Ruff being on the play.
It's good defense and good discipline by Ruff. He maintains his assignment, which was the quarterback, and the rest of the defense, they get to the pitch man, making sure that Texas State doesn't have a big play or even a play at all.
Play action over the middle, incomplete. Wanted his tight end, Carden. Now that had some mustard on it. Carden probably heard footsteps as well.
It's the second time that we've heard Texas State, that we've seen Texas State receivers thinking a little bit too much about the hit. Yes, Tyler Jones wants to get the ball down a little bit, but you got to help your quarterback out. You got to make the catch. Do it for your team because you're going to get hit anyway. You might as well make the catch.
I know you like those tight ends, but that's one he'd like back. 3rd down and 9. Jones over the middle underneath. That's not going to get it done. And will that be ruled a completion? It is. Now they'll say incomplete at the 19-yard line. Reed broke it up, and it's 4th down. And now some pushing and shoving going on.
For two clubs who have coaches who've been around the block, we're seeing a lot of penalties here. The difference in this play, the yardage of this play, the 5 yards, is the length of this kick. It adds 5 yards to it, and if a make or miss can literally be decided by the down, distance, hash mark, and all of that.
So Mercer does not get the catch, so this will make this a 39-yarder for Lumi Kaba. He's already connected from 27. From the right hash, out of the hole to Jack Rhodes. Good snap, kick on the way, and it is no good as he hooks it to the left.
Texas State, again, shoots themselves in the foot by not catching that ball on 3rd down. Now you have a shorter kick. Less pressure on your kicker, albeit he's supposed to be a good kicker. This is what kickers do. They miss kicks sometimes. And you want to make it as easy for them as possible. Give them chip shots. Hey, kicker, don't worry about it. We're not going to ask you to make 50-yarders. It only counts for 3 points anyway. We're not playing fantasy football here.
Well, and he's struggling despite the fact he has the big leg. He's 1 for 4 on field goals, and Todd Monken's team dodging a bullet here, still leading by 11. Southern Miss, 3 long touchdown scoring drives. They'll run it on 1st down, and that is Hayes. And he gets it to the 25 for 4 yards. McGowan on the tackle. What a luxury to have 3 guys back there.
Oh, yeah, you're seeing a steady diet of these running backs. Jalen Richard, Justice Hayes, Ito Smith. No matter who it is, they are finding a way to get them the football, and that opens up their play-action pass and allows them to get the ball downfield to their big wide receivers who've made plays for touchdowns.
And Mullins has been very accurate tonight. Hayes behind the quarterback now. Look at the handoff straight ahead. Hard run up to the 30-yard line. Hayes is 5'10", 194. He runs hard, though, and he'll have a 3rd and short coming up.
You saw a little burst from Hayes on that play. He made one cut, which coaches love. Put your foot in the ground and go. You don't want to see guys standing up back there dancing around. If you're not special like Barry Sanders,
right, I was just thinking.
Make a cut and go.
It's okay to have those north-south guys. Here they are, 3rd and 2, trying to keep the drive going. Hayes is hit in the backfield and dropped. McGowan was in there, and he got a lot of help. Johnson and McClarty, the nose tackle, also in on the play.
This was just a great defensive play by Texas State. Mississippi State's front, I mean, they just literally let McGowan run through untouched. You have to shore up the A gaps, the gaps on either side of the center and between the guards. You have to shore that up before you can even think about blocking anything else, because that's the fastest way to the quarterback or to the wide receiver, the quarterback or to the running back.
So all of a sudden the defense is having a say here in the second quarter as Saracen gets a high punt in the air, and the catch is made at the 36-yard line, going low to get it, and grabbing it for Texas State is Brandon McDowell, and they'll have good field position near the 40-yard line. So a good drive, but they did not score on the last possession. Despite that, you still get the sense that Texas State has some momentum here.
Yeah, their defense has continued to rebound from that slow start in the beginning of the game. They weren't able to get off the field at all versus Southern Miss. That's 2 straight stops. Now, if you're Texas State going into the half, 5 minutes left in the second quarter, you want to put additional points up on the board.
On the 36-yard line, they'll run the option game. Jones in some trouble, makes something out of nothing up to the 38-yard line. Lucky to get 2 yards there. That looked like disaster.
It's always funny when you see a running back, wide receiver, and in this case, a quarterback in Tyler Jones running, and then they decide to cut back, and they have a huge play sitting in front of you, and one of the big linemen is right in the way.
Looking for the play call from the sideline here. 2 receivers to the right. Now they send Lawrence White, the tight end, in motion. They throw to that side of the field, and a short gain. Stumbling over there, Japhus Gaines. And a 3rd down coming up, and about 5 yards to go.
Southern Miss is doing exactly what Texas State needed to do. Make the other team drive down the field, make plays. Don't give up huge plays. Don't give up home runs. Make them get into 3rd down and actually continue to convert. The more plays that you have to run, yes, the more opportunities that you have to score, but also the more opportunities for something bad to happen as well.
Brandon Smith in motion. Rolling left is Jones. Throws to Smith. He's got a 1st down to midfield and to the Golden Eagles 47, and a late flag comes in after the tackle. Truly on the tackle, and then the back judge threw in the hanky.
I think you're going to get a pick or a rub call on Texas State. The outside receiver is going downfield, and the inside receiver, he comes in motion and then kind of trails him, goes right behind him, and they may get them for that, which could potentially be an offensive pass interference call.
There's no foul for offensive pass interference. Play resulted in a 1st down.
So they pick it up. 13-yard pickup.
Nice play by Brandon Smith, setting it up, setting up his block, setting up his route, and and the officials, they didn't feel like it was a pick. Sorry, it was not a pick. It was a rub. It's a rub when it's not a penalty call. It's a pick when you actually get a penalty call.
Bobcats looking very good on this drive. Tyler Jones, our kind of guy, according to Coach Fran. Here's a look at that last play. Best over there.
It was a little questionable because he was blocking as the receiver caught the ball.
I don't know, handed off, short side of the field. A big gainer for Robert Lowe and a 1st down. 11-yard pickup to the 36-yard line. Antoine on the tackle.
Moving the sticks on 1st down, you can't quantify how important that is for an offense and the type of confidence that it gives you.
Multiple spread, up-tempo throughout the course of this year. They want to play fast and playing successfully now, and there is an incompletion. That looked rushed. You want to be up-tempo, but they didn't have their feet set there, and Lowe didn't even know the ball was coming his way.
I think Tyler Jones threw the ball away on purpose. He saw the defensive end peel off, and the play was essentially going to be a dead play, and he didn't want to put his team at risk or his running back Lowe at risk.
You're saying there that's a good incompletion if you're going to have one.
Yes.
2nd and 10 now. Now we go to the other side of the field, and it's Best with the breakaway for the 1st down. He broke the tackle at the line of scrimmage and turns it into a 15-yard pickup to the 21.
An explosive play by Texas State. Southern Miss has an opportunity to get the screen stopped for a loss. You can't miss that tackle. You got to get low, wrap up, and not just try to deliver a big hit. You got to get the guy on the ground.
First down at the 21. Play fake. Best in the slot. Has a first down. Spins away from the tackler and down to the 7. How about that for the senior from Smyrna, Georgia? Physical guy bouncing off people, reading right on the tackle, 14-yard pickup.
We talked about the individual effort of Jordan Mitchell on Southern Miss earlier today, but these last 2 plays by Best, that's good individual effort. He's getting the ball in a good location for him to make a play. And then after he gets it, he says, I'm not going to be tackled. I'm going to help the team. I'm not going to allow the first defender to bring me down.
He was a dual threat receiver and runner a year ago. Sets him up first and goal at the 7. Low in the backfield. Low gets the call. Slanting off the left side, and he's inside the 5. It'll be second and goal from there. Tarek Wright was there.
This game's getting a little more physical up in the trenches. You saw both teams get a little testy, a little feisty after the play a little while ago. But both of these teams want to win. They know how important it is to both of these schools.
In motion, Smith gets the handoff on the end around. Smith dives for the pylon, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 1 by Kalen Reed. They have gone with that end around successfully. It worked there. It's third down.
Well, it got a little bit closer, but he paid the price for that. Reed and Anderson met him nearly at the goal line.
That looked like the 1, and they've got it marked at the 3. I'm surprised they're taking the snap from the 3-yard line. Jones throwing, got a man, touchdown. Balled in by Lawrence White, the tight end.
That was a nice play by White. He was supposed to go out there to the flat, leak out late as a safety valve or an option for the quarterback on his rollout. And as he sees everybody's rolling to the right, so he just backs up in the end zone, gives the quarterback an opportunity to make a play, get him the ball, made the play.
21-16 now. Jack Rhodes, the holder, former quarterback's going to throw for it for 2, and they get it. It's caught for the 2-pointer, hauled in by Lowe. So a little gadgetry there by Texas State at 21-18.
Yeah, and if you are Southern Miss, that's annoying, I'm going to be honest with you. That's just almost rude after you have already made a big play. And then you see big time play by Tyler Jones. Touchdown, Texas State.
Great answer by Texas State, trailing 21-3 at one point. They cap off a 64-yard drive, 10 plays, Jones to White. Then they get the 2-point play, Rhodes to Lowe to draw within 3, and Coach Fran has the momentum on his side now.
Texas State has been able, on this 10-play, 64-yard drive, to cut it to 1 score and to make Southern Miss not just be complacent. They have to come out and they have to score points. And if you're Coach Monken, you're looking at your team right now and you're saying 2 minutes to go in the first half. Guys, what are you going to do? Texas State has rallied back. We had the momentum. We thought we had the game won. You guys thought we had the game won, but we don't. We got to go out there, keep fighting. And even in Jacksonville, when I was with Coach Monken, he wouldn't let guys get complacent. He wanted to make sure that you're fighting and working hard the entire game.
We have 3 timeouts to work with in the 2 minutes from the 25-yard line. Mullins has had a big game, but he's been cold of late here in the second quarter. Setting up the screen, incomplete. Intended for Ito Smith.
You're seeing a lot more energy out of this Texas State defense than you saw in the first quarter. That's what happens to teams when you do well on offense, when you start to put points up on the board, your defense feeds off of that. And after getting a couple stops back-to-back against this Southern Miss, Texas State's defense is playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Split backs next to the junior Mullins. Pressure coming. Pocket collapsing. He's hit and dropped. at the 18-yard line. Damani Alexi, the rover back, got him.
Alexi came creeping off that corner, came sneaking around, and when he actually gets to Mullen, he doesn't even try to sack him initially. He swipes at the football, trying to create a turnover. That's what you got to do if you're Texas State. Continue that. And the crowd is starting to get into this game. They're starting to feel the energy that their Texas State team, the Bobcats, are drawing from their offense. Now it's translated to their defense. Now let's see if they can make a stop and get off the field on a 3rd and long.
They could get excellent field position if they get a stop here. They're going to run a draw. It's Smith to the outside. Hit well short of the 1st down. Ball is free at the 23. Who's got it? It's the Bobcats. They get the turnover at the 23-yard line. Smith coughed it up.
This Texas State team is going crazy now. The crowd is excited. I know we're going to have to review and see if this was a fumble or not.
Brandon McDowell got it.
This is just a normal conservative 3rd down and long call, especially with the half running out. And it appears that he just dropped the football. Good play, Texas State. Let's see if the knee gets down. I think that ball's out.
Appears that both knees are up. McGowan with some contact over there, and Brandon McDowell, the corner, the guy that finally hopped on it. And what a turn of events here. It was 21-3. Now, the Bobcats a chance to grab the lead going into halftime.
You wouldn't have thought this looking at the 1st quarter. You wouldn't have thought this. You thought that Southern Miss had come out, jumped on Texas State, and this was going to be an avalanche. In some kind of way, the Bobcats were able to respond and stop the snowball from rolling downhill, just derail it. Now they have an opportunity to fully take the momentum and start their own snowball.
Jones has some time, rolling. Now he's going to run with it. He's run out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Got some positive yardage on play. Anthony Swain, the weak side linebacker, was there.
He had his tight end running straight down the middle of the field, Lawrence White. And when Tyler Jones rolled out to the right, he's running straight down the middle of the field. You would have liked to see White break over to the right, give his quarterback a throwing option instead of continuing on his route.
2nd and 9. 54 seconds to work with and a couple timeouts for Texas State. Chris Nuttall in the backfield. Jones looking to run again. Now he throws. He's got a man, Gaines, and it's incomplete. Gaines was down near the goal line. He missed him.
Another case of the scramble drill. That's when the quarterback, when he gets out of the pocket, the wide.
And we have a hold as well on the Bobcats.
You see that on the right tackle, just trying to keep his quarterback out of trouble. But again, you only put yourself back against the 8-ball, and now you could potentially be looking at a 50-yard field goal if Texas State is not able to pick up either the 1st down or a few more yards.
Ball back at the 32 now. They need to get to the 13 for a 1st down. Play action. Jones going deep down the sideline. West can't get there. Just over his outstretched fingertips. Now it's 3rd and long.
He lost track of it right there. That was a good pass by Tyler Jones. I'm not sure whether it was the lights or which shoulder the ball actually came over. But you saw Best slow down just a little bit, and that's what caused that incompletion right there. If he would have continued at the same speed, the ball would have fallen right in his hands.
Movement up front looks like the Golden Eagles jumped. Jones a free play. He's got a man. It's tipped, but it's still caught for the touchdown. Hauled in by DeMund Mercer, the sophomore. Great concentration off the deflection, and that should stand as a go-ahead touchdown.
You know what we have, Trey? We got a ball game. We got a ball game. We didn't have a ball game.
94. That penalty is declined. The play resulted. Touchdown.
Bradley offsides, doesn't matter. Here's a look at the play.
That's a smart move by Tyler Jones. He knows that the defense has jumped offside, so he knows he has a free play, take a shot at the end zone, and the Texas State, the Southern Miss corner gets a hand on it, and voila, falls right in the hands of the Bobcats.
Again, a strange formation. We saw them work this for 2 points with Rhodes out there, and now they'll go to the traditional look. Rhodes is the holder, Kaba to kick the extra point. What a comeback from Texas State here in San Marcos. And Kaba makes it a 4-point game. Jones to Mercer from 32 yards out. They were down 21-3. They're in front now.
It's an outstanding play by Mercer. Continuing the concentration, the tip drill. After the cornerback deflects the ball, instead of giving up on the play, continues, keeps his concentration, and now, after a horrendous start, if you would have told Texas State fans, or even Coach Fran, that you would go into the half with the lead after the way that your team tackled poorly in the first quarter, couldn't get a stop, and couldn't get off the field, yeah, Mercer has to be excited about that. The crowd's excited. 3 plays, 23 yards, 27 seconds after the fumble by Smith.
He is a former quarterback, originally recruited as a quarterback. But when you got a guy like Jones, you got White, a redshirt freshman, and then L.G. Williams, a highly rated recruited quarterback, they needed to get him on the field. Get your best athletes out there. He's a good one.
You have to find a way. There's only so many wide receiver spots, only so many running back spots. And when you have a great athlete, a player that's a good football player, you will find a way for him. You will find a way to get him the ball, or at least to get him on defense so he can make plays for you.
Again, Kaba's kick will not be returned. What a weapon he is as a kickoff specialist. 25-21. Bobcats are racing an 18-point deficit to grab the lead here.
He put the kickoff through the uprights. If that only counted for points.
Right. Get a single or something like the Canadian Football League, right?
Yeah.
Definitely a good guy to have kicking it off the tee. And now, what do you do if you're Mullins and company with 3 timeouts?
I'm trying to score. I have to, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you do not commit another turnover and give Texas State either a pick 6 or another opportunity to add to their lead.
We're going to run it straight ahead. Richard breaks one short of the first down. A 9-yard pickup to the 34. And the clock is running. They are not going to use one of their 3 timeouts here. Surprised they're not taking one more shot down the field.
Yeah, we've seen this conservative approach by a lot of coaches in college football. I like to err on the side of aggression, especially when I have a good quarterback who's accurate and has been delivering the ball all night.
Texas State will get the football to start the second half. What a comeback. They trailed 21-3. They take a 25-21 lead into the locker room. An important game for both the Golden Eagles and the Bobcats. The winner moves to 2-1. It has been a seesaw battle here in San Marcos. 25-21 at the break. Bobcats with the advantage. Halftime coming up. We're in San Marcos, Texas, with Texas State leading Southern Mississippi 25-21. It's said that football coaches speak a different language, but Bob Stoops and Asayo Hashizumi of Japan found a common language that brought a national championship. State University in a barn burner with Texas State leading Southern Mississippi 25-21 at the break. A wild first half here. It was a 21-3 Southern Miss lead, and we're joined now by the athletic director at Texas State, Dr. Larry Tice. First of all, Larry, what a comeback for Coach Fran and company.
What are we going to do with this, that, and the other? And it just changed on a dime, and we talked about it earlier. I think a few penalties, a few mistakes, and they lost some momentum, and we've gained a fumble and a crazy trick pass at the end. And you know, we've got a good football team. We've got a great crowd in here, and the excitement's building up, and that was fun. It was a little scary for a while, but it's fun, and got a great second half, I'm sure.
Well, you have to be so proud of what has happened here at the university, spearheading a record-setting fundraising efforts. Coach Fran and the transfer to the FBS status, and now bowl-caliber team. Talk about that process.
Yeah, you know, as I've told you before, it's nothing about me. I mean, we have a great institution to begin with, and we're going to have probably 30,000 applications coming up for next year. A lot of students want to come to Texas State. A lot of people want to help us. A lot of alums are coming back. We have a great Board of Regents, a great president, and then Coach Fran. It's the third time I've worked with him. At New Mexico, I watched him do it. I watched him do it at TCU. And, you know, when we got into this process, we knew it was going to be a haul. And we knew we needed somebody that was patient, was going to go do it the right way, take their time, build a program that we could all be happy with, and go through the trials and tribulations, and has been there and done that and was ready to go. And Coach Fran was a perfect fit for us.
Well, this community, one of the fastest growing in the country, but you have, 23 conference titles for all sports, so you have to be proud of that with this school.
Yeah, like we've got a lot of coaches that have been here a long time, and I've been here 16 years, and it's flying by, but this is a great place. And, you know, we're putting a lot of money into athletics. It's a great institution, and the university prides itself in athletics, and we pride ourselves in the student athletes and everybody else, and there's no better place in the state of Texas. You can see what's going on here, and it's a great place to be tonight, and, you know, the sky's the limit here for Texas State, and that's what's always been so fun about being a part of this.
Well, I know it was short. Thanks for your time and continued success here in San Marcos.
Well, we'll start on that drive at the second half, and we'll see what happens.
All right, the athletic director, Dr. Larry Tice, joining us here at halftime with Texas State in front 25-21 in an important battle with Southern Mississippi here in non-conference play. More halftime coming up. Stadium in San Marcos, Texas. The Bobcats leading the Golden Eagles from Southern Mississippi 25-21. A wild first half. It looked like Southern Mississippi was going to run away and hide in this one. Mullins got him started with some confidence.
He did. He started out his team, big touchdown there to Mr. DJ Thompson. He was delivering the ball, and the first quarter was owned by Southern Miss. You couldn't tackle their receivers. You couldn't tackle their running back. Fourth down there, put it in. They were doing everything that they wanted to do. But then this was the play that started it all. Tyler Jones, 35 yards, Texas State. And again, at the end of the second quarter right there, able to get another touchdown, take the lead, fumble here. I mean, this is the tale of two separate quarters. First quarter owned by Southern Miss. Second quarter owned by Texas State, and now we got a football game here. Big plays being made by both teams.
2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run for Jones. As we look at the numbers, and they have evened out after it was dominated early by the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, at the end of the first quarter, Southern Miss had almost the same amount of yards that they had right now to Texas State's 77, and like I said, it's evened out. Third downs, though, are going towards Southern Miss, but the biggest thing I see on these stats, the penalties by Southern Miss. 9 for 88 yards. They are hamstringing their offense. They're hurting their defense. They are putting themselves in tough spots and making the game a lot easier for Texas State.
Todd Monken hoping they can clean it up. A lot on the line here. The winner will go to 2-1 and a 4-point game at the break. Second half kickoff coming up. Welcome back to the Lone Star State, 25-21. Texas State leading Southern Mississippi as we get ready for the second half. It was a 21-3 Golden Eagles lead, and then Todd Monken's team really struggled in the second quarter. Penalties were a factor, and trying to get the mojo back, trying to get the momentum back on their side. It won't be easy.
If I know Todd Monken, I know what happened in that locker room. There was a lot of aggression, a lot of getting his team to rally and get their energy up. And if you're Coach Fran, you want him to keep doing your team to keep doing what they were doing in that second quarter. Keep the momentum, keep the confidence, and now that you're getting the ball, you know that you have an opportunity to extend the lead, and you want to continue that momentum and make plays.
Even Brockby to kick it away, and we're underway here in the third quarter. This will be returnable. It'll be Brandon Smith for Texas State. He's hammered, bounces off of the tackler, and then goes down at the 17-yard line. Texas State with all the confidence now after an Evan Osborne tackle. Tyler Jones will go to work.
He's got to be happy with the way that the first half finished. He's stuffing the stats. 120 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. But it's the yards on the ground, the 50 yards and the rushing touchdown, including a 35-yarder, which sparked and gave Texas State, the Bobcats, so much momentum to make the comeback and take the lead.
You know, he's laid back. He's kind of a calm guy, consistent attitude. That probably helps you when you're down like you are to not freak out. He kept his ship in order, and they made a great comeback. They'll run the ball here on the first play of the third quarter with Robert Lowe up to the 23-yard line, close to 5 yards.
Coach Fran refers to him as our kind of guy. And he's the leader of this team. He doesn't get razzle-dazzled when bad things happen. And they came out, Texas State came out right now, run the ball, picked up big yardage.
And here they are again with Lowe, and he's close to a first down, third yard coming up.
This is a big third down for Texas State and for Southern Miss. If you're Southern Miss, you want to get off the field and show that, you know, that you are erasing what happened in the second quarter. It is a whole new ball game starting right now. And if you're Texas State, you want to let Southern Miss know it's going to be more of the same. We're not going anywhere. You're going to have to go through us to win.
3 of 6 on third downs. Will it be Lowe? It will be. 3 straight carries, and he will not pick up the first down. Shut down by Denarius Antoine. The leader of that secondary was in the backfield in a hurry.
I wasn't in love with that play call. I like the play by Denarius there, but after Texas State had so much success running the ball up the middle, they decided to try to take advantage of the edge, but do what works. Do what has been your bread and butter. Good play by Todd Monken and his defense.
So Lumi Kaba, after 3 runs, out there to punt it away. The junior gets the kick away. It's a low one away from Martin, the punt returner, and it rolls sideways out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So excellent field position for Southern Mississippi as they start their first series here in the second half.
You couldn't ask for a better start to the second half if you're Southern Miss. You come out after a disastrous second quarter, you get a stop, and then you get good field position starting on the 42. Nick Mullen and the offense have to get going. He's 11 for 16 tonight, 182 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's been impressive, but he's going to need to put in a lot more work for Southern Miss to get the win. And
those numbers, most of them coming in the first quarter. Good field position to work with. They'll run it straight ahead. And it's Jalen Richard. Dallas McClarty, the junior from League City, Texas, on the tackle. Pickup of 3.
Southern Miss is coming back with the tempo, which is where they had success.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Again, they go to the ground game. Again, Richard, and he's to the Bobcats side of the field. The ball comes free. It's loose. It's picked up by Texas State. No whistles. Now they're going to bring it back. They say the ball was dead. That will not be a Bobcats touchdown. The ball dead at the 49-yard line. Taking off with it was Dilla Roseman.
And this was a big-time play by Southern Miss, getting it to 3rd and short. But let's see when this ball came out, because we know it did come out. Is there a knee down? I don't know. This to me looks like this could be Texas State football. His forward progress was stopped, but I'm not sure if a knee was down. What do you think, Trey?
Well, if his forward progress was stopped and there was a whistle, the play's dead. An inadvertent whistle. The ruling on the field is the ball was down, and Coach Fran wants an explanation.
Third down.
So it will be 3rd down, an inadvertent whistle, and that ends up hurting Texas State here.
Oh, that's tough right there.
And a penalty flag thrown in. And this will be going against the Bobcats.
I don't know if you can throw a flag on the coach after you just messed up a turnover. I'm not sure about that one. I might just have to just wear whatever the coach says to me at that point in time.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Texas State bench. 15 yards from the seating spot. Automatic. First down.
How big is that play near midfield? It could have been a Texas State score the other way, or at least a fumble recovery. Instead, you get the personal foul after the ruling, and all of a sudden the Golden Eagles have it at the 34. And they are incensed here. The crowd not happy.
That's the human element that you add into it. And you see the Texas State defenders trying to get lined up. They're going to have to go out and make another play now.
Mullins wants to go up top with it, over the middle, and coverage is caught by Gaines, and he goes down inside the 5. It was Mitchell, Jordan Mitchell with the catch. It'll be first and goal at the 4.
He made that big individual effort on the touchdown earlier. Texas State hustling up, trying to get tempo again. But it was Mims trying to come over the backside, try to swipe away the ball, but he just missed it just by a hair.
30-yard catch by Jordan Mitchell. First and goal from the 4-yard line. Smith, the running back, play action, and it's incomplete as Mullins was hit as he delivered it. And that was Easy Anaya that got a shot on him.
If you're Texas State and you get a stop here on the goal line, that's as good as a win right now. I mean, that's the best, the optimal scenario after having a call go against you. You know, with the human element, and now you have to get a stop right here to keep the momentum with your ball club.
3 receivers left for Mullins. Chance to grab the lead here, early stages, third quarter. Mullins looking left, has time, fires from the pylon, touchdown! It's caught by Casey Martin, the 5th-year senior, and the Golden Eagles are back in front.
We haven't seen Casey Martin except receiving a punt since the first quarter. He made a couple big catches, had that wheel route earlier. But right now, you're going to see him on just another little rub route. And Nick Mullins finds him, and he's able to hold on to the ball. Doesn't bobble it, doesn't jiggle. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
Third touchdown pass for Mullins. Martin, their leading receiver, coming into this one. A big grab there. So the call at midfield working in the Golden Eagles' favor. The extra point is good from Schonfield, and it's 28-25. Casey Martin, their leading receiver last year, with the grab near the pylon. And Southern Mississippi back in front. Southern Mississippi back in front. They led 21-3 at one point. Trailed at halftime. Now they get a touchdown drive on their first series. Martin, the touchdown grab from Mullins, his 3rd of the night. An inadvertent whistle helping out the drive. Could have been a turnover. Instead, they turn it into points. Kickoff by Broccoli. Knocked down by Brandon Smith. Now he picks it up. Smith making something out of nothing across the 25. And a nice return by number 5 to the 30-yard line.
Now my question is, whose quarter is going to be the third quarter? Is this going to be much of an avalanche by Southern Miss again? Or is Texas State going to be able to stop the bleeding now? Yes, you had something bad go against you. Yeah, that's life. Yeah, that's sports. Now you got to bounce back. Now Tyler Jones has to rally his troops. He's got to be unflappable right now. Say, guys, don't worry about that. Let's go down and let's get some points.
They started with a whimper, 3 low runs and nothing doing on the first series. Jones is going to keep it now. He's shut down at the line of scrimmage. Brian Anderson, their leading tackler, the middle linebacker, was there.
I'm not sure if I've seen 2 teams that feed off of momentum more than these 2 clubs.
Right. Yep. The pendulum clearly on the Golden Eagles side now. Coach Francione trying to get back that feel-good feeling they had in the second quarter. It's low. Picking his way forward, does not find a lot of real estate. 3 yards and that's it. Sherrod Ruff on the tackle. It's 3rd and long.
You saw the wideouts move when they look to the sideline and they audible. That's one of those run pass options for Texas State. And that time Tyler Jones chose to hand the ball off to his running back, Lowe.
2 receivers left, 3rd and 7. Jones rolling right, in some trouble. He has to get rid of the football. He's pursued by Dylan Bradley, and they'll have to punt it away. Now, the fans wanted the late hit on Bradley. No flag thrown. It's 4th down.
It wasn't so much the late hit. It was the potential driving him into the turf. He clearly threw it away. And then when you want to try to slam the quarterback's shoulder in the ground, sometimes you will get flagged for that. He got away with that one, though.
Yeah, a little bit extra there by 94, but Southern Miss will get excellent field position now after getting another stop. A couple 3 and outs to start the 3rd quarter for Texas State.
You got to protect the quarterback. I'm tossing the yellow laundry on him on that one.
And there's a fortuitous roll off the foot of Kaba, and it'll be the 18-yard line where Southern Miss will get the football when we come back. Golden Eagles in front here in San Marcos. 28-25 Southern Mississippi. The Golden Eagles dominating the first quarter. They led 21-3. Second quarter dominated by Texas State, and now Southern Mississippi scoring on their first drive of the 3rd quarter, and they've got the football back, trying to add to their advantage. After the punt, they'll start from the 16-yard line. Slanting off the right side. They've rotated Richard, Smith, and Hayes. Richard getting the start here in the 3rd quarter, and he picks up just a couple yards there.
Southern Miss has to get back to the physical brand of football that they were playing in the first quarter. They were knocking Texas State off their spots, and that was opening up the pass game.
3 in the backfield with the quarterback Mullins here, and they shuffle a tight end in motion. Little toss pitch. And knocked down is Richard. Good play made there by Jeff Banks, the sophomore end, who's good friends with the quarterback, Tyler Jones.
Don't be surprised if on the next 2nd and long that you see Southern Miss take a shot down the field, because right there they left both of their corners, Mims and Adams, on an island. They left them alone. No help. That's how big plays happen if the corners aren't able to hold up or make a tackle after you catch the ball.
They have Thomas and Martin split left. Thomas a big target, bottom of the screen. Mullins over the middle. In traffic, the catch is made for a 1st down. Between 2 white jerseys, hauled in by Thompson, DJ, the junior from Pearl, Mississippi. Johnson and Jeter Gilman on the tackle.
Great delivery by Nick Mullen, but even more impressive than that was the actual catch. DJ Thompson was concentrating on the ball, and after seeing Texas State receivers concentrating on the hit too much and drop a couple passes, it's refreshing to see a wide receiver who wants the ball even though he's going to take a big lift.
He was the number 14 rated player by ESPN out of the state of Mississippi. Has a high ceiling. They'll run it here on 1st down up to the 35-yard line. They have mixed run and pass really well, George. I mean, Richard keeps them off balance, and then they can hit the quick hitters as well in the pass game.
This is a 2nd and near long right here. This is one of those opportunities that Southern Miss may take a shot downfield if Texas State is in zero coverage again.
Shotgun spread's been effective. Play action this time. All kinds of time for Mullins down the middle of the field, and he overshoots his receiver Thompson. He had him between the hash marks.
2nd and long. Told you that the shot was coming on the next play because they left there, leaving their corners on an island. That's a risk for Texas State because you can't get a big play hit on you. But if they incomplete the pass, now they're in 3rd and long. Now advantage Texas State again, but you got to get off the football field. You keep getting them in 3rd and long, you have to win.
Again, it's Thomas and Martin left. Martin's in a slot. He's their leading receiver. Mullins looking that way. He's going to dump it off into the hands of Smith, his running back. Turns the corner, first down and more. Ito Smith inside of the 35 to the 31. Tackled by Stephen Smith. The running backs have been so effective in the passing game.
That play made possible by their leading receiver, Casey Martin. You see the swing pass, and now here's the block. Big block allowed him to get the first down. Doesn't go helmet to helmet, and you see Smith making him play with his feet.
34-yard pickup now at the Texas State 31-yard line. Straight ahead, Smith does not waste any time as he slams it to the 25, 6-yard pickup. Damani Alexi, the rover, on the tackle. New numbers for Mullins.
Tempo. 236, 3 touchdowns, picking up where he left off in the first quarter.
And they stay with that up-tempo and run it. And on second and short, they're down to the 22-yard line. Smith, the tackle on Smith. Now you're in a 3rd and 2. Make it 3rd and a long yard here as they have the football mark right at the 22-yard line.
Texas State may bring pressure here, but again, they're lining up. They don't have safeties deep.
They've been good on 3rd down, as you saw. Smith is in the backfield with Mullins.
Watch one of these wheel routes by the inside receiver by Casey Martin.
Thomas in motion. Deflected at the line of scrimmage. That was easy on Yama that got his hand up there. Big play.
Yeah, the track star from the University of Texas transfer made a big play right there. But Mullins had a wide open man. They ran another rub route. Southern Miss gets a lot of their wide receivers open by play call as opposed to having to win in a man-to-man situation. They know that Texas State is in man-to-man. I might go with a similar play again if I'm Southern Miss.
They converted on their first 4th down attempt near the goal line. Here they are, 4th down and a yard, going for it. And that'll be a first down. Slanting off the left side, the run for the first down by Richard, and they keep the drive going. Dilla Roseman, the free safety, on the tackle.
Often, a lot of times when teams are in what they call 4-down territory, they're in no man's land. Too far to kick a field goal.
And a quick snap now. Richard straight ahead, and they've got him on their heels now. It'll be 2nd and goal near the 3-yard line, and the tempo really bothering the Bobcats.
They aren't able to get any calls, and you have to play vanilla football when teams do this.
And Richard fine for the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
And Trey, it's Groundhog's Day. It is Groundhog's Day. Are we in the 3rd quarter or are we in the 1st quarter?
We're in the 3rd, midway through, and this thing is the momentum. It's been a momentum type of game, more than any that we've seen in a long time.
It has. Whoever has the football, whoever's quarter it is, that's who's going to play well. Southern Miss came out of halftime. I told you, Coach Monken lit a fire up underneath these guys at halftime. Said, what are you doing? Did you think the game was going to be over at halftime? Do you want to win? Do you want to go to a bowl game? What are your goals? We laid them out. Now what are you going to do? Come out from halftime. What are you going to do? You have to go send a message to Texas State because they think they can beat you.
They came out with their hair on fire here in the 3rd quarter. That's Richard's 2nd touchdown run. The extra point from Parker Schonfield is good, and it's 35-25. Up 21-3, lost that lead. Now they're back in front, 35-25. Richard, the senior, hustling his way into the end zone. Golden Eagles leading the Bobcats here at Texas State University, 35-25, a 12-play, 82-yard drive. Richard capping off the drive with a touchdown run. This has been trendy, to say the least. Look at how it has fluctuated from one quarter to the next.
Yeah, it is. You had the first quarter, all Southern Miss's way, 233 to 77, and now this 3rd quarter, much the same. If you're Texas State, you have to stop the bleeding because you cannot depend on a huge 4th quarter like you had in the 2nd quarter to to try to come back and get the win.
Comes a flag after the Brandon Smith return of the Broccoli kick. He takes it out to the 25, but he may back them up here. Parker on the tackle, Elijah Parker.
During the return, holding number 98, the receiving team, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
It's Kendall Beal, a junior from Tyler, Texas.
And this is Murphy's Law for them. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong for
in
Texas
this quarter
State.
at least,
Yeah.
but the fourth may be completely different.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got 5 minutes and 47 seconds to weather the storm right now before they're going to blast back and make this a nail-biter at the end.
I know you've seen a lot of funny games, so you just never know how these things play out, but it could set up for a pretty interesting finish.
They were down Texas State was down 18 points to in the fourth quarter. Down 18, came all the way back to take a 4-point lead.
There's Jones on first down, and all kinds of room. Look out, he could take it to the house. Tyler Jones, 30. And finally tackled at the 21-yard line. It was like the parting of the Red Sea on the quarterback keeper. Cornell Armstrong, the corner, finally got him.
What was the momentum swing last time for Texas State? A big Tyler Jones run. He's clearly over 100 yards rushing now. He got his foot tripped up. Otherwise, he may have been able to go the distance.
68-yard scamper. First down at the 21 now. Looks to throw it. Corner pattern. Can't get it there. Double coverage on that far sideline. He's looking for his tight end, Ryan Carden.
That's one of the things that happens after you have a quarterback who makes a big, long run. Your energy gets up, your emotion goes up, your heart rate goes up. He's already 116 rushing yards tonight and a touchdown. And then to come back, settle down, and throw a good pass sometimes is tough.
The dual threat guy's been effective. Now they'll run it right side, and it's Chris Nuttall with a nice gain. The 15-yard line. It'll set up a third down and a couple from there.
We haven't seen a ton of Nuttall tonight, but he's a very capable runner. Coaches said he's still knocking a little bit of the rust off. But right there, he was able to avoid a couple of Southern Miss defenders with his slide step jump cut move.
He's going to stay on the field now. 3 receivers left. They actually have the tight end, Carton, split out to that side of the field. Jones, pocket collapsing, going to run for it, and he's hit shy of the first down at the 15-yard line. Big play by Kalen Reed, the cornerback.
That's actually going to go down in the books as a sack by Reed. Just about a half a yard loss. It's rare that you get a quarterback sack on a scramble.
And there is a Golden Eagle down at the 27-yard line. Big play by Reed, a 4-year starter, senior from Birmingham, Alabama, to keep him short of the sticks.
You like the way that he came up, made the hit, and delivered a blow, stopping Tyler Jones's momentum. He has been, electric in the run game. He almost has as many yards rushing as he does passing. But I'll tell you this. This drive only cements what was happening in the first quarter, repeating itself in the third quarter, because now Texas State is having an opportunity at a field goal. Because remember, after that big 59-yard, 60-yard run by Lowe in the first quarter, they were held to a field goal.
But they got points.
69-yard run now. Now you got an opportunity at a field goal. But remember, they also did miss a field goal in the first quarter.
And here is Kaba.
No jinx.
Darian Yancey off the field in his own power. That's good to see. Kaba will try to get 3 on the board here, make this a 7-point game. 34-yard attempt from the right hash mark. Kaba's kick is through there. An important field goal to make it a 7-point lead here late in the third quarter.
Southern Miss 35, Texas State 28.
Now the question is Texas State going to be able to get a stop? Are they going to be able to get a stop? Because this looks like the same team before halftime that couldn't touch Southern Miss. They couldn't touch them. And now if you're Coach Fran, you are digging in your trick book. you are digging in your back pocket, trying to find your motivational techniques that you got over 200 college football wins with, one of the all-time leaders. You're saying, oh, man, no, I got something here. Oh, look. He's breaking out the piece of paper.
Well, he has done it.
Saving it, man. Saving it over the course of all those years.
Here's a look at the drive. Yeah, I mean, Texas A&M, Alabama, TCU, New Mexico, Pittsburgh State, Texas State now, and a perfect guy to be the program builder. And he said it really hurt. One of the toughest things he did in coaching last year was having to tell his guys they could not go bowling after winning 7 games.
And one of the teams that they beat with the same exact record got a chance to go to a bowl.
Arkansas State.
That feels disrespectful.
This might be the year, but they're going to have to get a win here. That would help their cause a lot to try to get to 2-1. Kaba's kick will not be returned. The Golden Eagles will have it at the 25-yard line.
This game is so crucial for Texas State because of their...
How about Jalen Richard in this one? He's been good in the run game.
Yeah, he has. He's been breaking tackles, making it tough to defend against if you are Texas State. The first man has not been able to bring him down very many times. You see yards after yards. He's being physical. There was a 4th down right there that he was able to punch it into the goal line. And time again, he has been the catalyst for this Southern Miss offense. And after Smith fumbled before halftime, we haven't seen him since.
Trying to get over the century mark here. They start this drive from the 25, and that looked like a busted play, and Mullins is going to eat the football. Drop for a loss of 24. Some miscommunication there. Stephen Smith on the tackle.
Yeah, that was not intentional. This is not Texas State's offense. Mullins is not the guy that they want running the ball. He has negative rushing yards on the season. But that was not a design play. That was a busted run.
2nd and 11. 4-receiver look this time. They have scored on their first 2 drives here in the 3rd quarter, finding the end zone each time. Mullins to the far sideline. Martin with the catch, makes a man miss, and he's close to the 1st down. Couldn't make the 2nd man miss, Jeter Gilman, but a nice catch and run.
Yeah, he just went the wrong way.
That's complete to Casey Martin.
Tried to make a move, but Casey Martin, he has shown himself a very reliable receiver. And if I had to point to anybody that you might see on Sundays playing, maybe like a Cole Beasley for the Dallas Cowboys, just a kind of a slot guy, shifty guy, sure-handed.
Right.
A quarterback's favorite weapon, even though that he may not be the most explosive player, he's one of the most consistent players for the offense.
You need to have those possession guys to go with the big hitters, right? And you need to have those guys over the middle getting the dirty work done.
The move the sticks guys, the guys who, when you need 3rd and 2, they get you 3. When it's 3rd and 9, they get you not in the 3rd, just enough to move the sticks. Those guys are invaluable.
7 of 12 on 3rd downs. 3rd and a yard here. They're going to throw it, and they've got a completion into Mike Thomas's hands. A 1st down up to the 47. Brandon McDowell, the cornerback, on the tackle. Thomas, an injured ankle, did not play last week. He's been big today. 13-yard pickup. Straight ahead, breaking it in the free. Richard, touchdown. Three rushing touchdowns for Jalen Richard, well over the century mark, 53 yards on that carry.
You could have run through that whole thing.
I don't know, but Richard did it very well.
You might not have had the distance to make it all the way, but he was not touched until he was nearly crossing the goal line. Mims tried to run him down, but it was just too close to the goal line. He was able to strike it rich right there.
Part-time starter last year, 8 starts the year before. He has been a workhorse in this game. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns here in the second half for Southern Mississippi. And they extend their lead. Senior from Alexandria, Louisiana.
We saw a lot of Smith in the first quarter, but after that second quarter fumble, Southern Miss has gone to their bell cow, the man that they know that they can trust and depend on in Richard. Takes it the distance there, and you see Mims just deflated. just deflated right there. That's another one of the issues when you play zero coverage, when you have everybody on your defense within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, is yes, you can get quarterback pressure on the quarterback a little bit faster, but if it gets blocked up or the quarterback completes a pass and your wide receiver is able to break a tackle, then you have a home run. But in the run game, if you're able to get a crease and slip through, there's nobody on the back end, there's no safety, no deep linebacker, there's nobody to stop a home run play. And Richard had the speed, he had the vision, and the blocking for Southern Miss to have a huge play and to continue this trend that we've been seeing the first quarter, third quarter, whatever quarter it is.
Richard has 148 of their 201 rushing yards, and the lead is 14. Rockley with an end-over-end kick that is returnable for Brandon Smith. Smith makes one man miss across the 20 and knifed down at the 22-yard line. That was Osborne on the tackle for Southern Mississippi. And the game has had a lot of ebbs and flows, hasn't it?
I got a stat for you. Under Coach Monken, when Southern Miss has rushed for over 200 yards, they are 3-0. They're 3-0. And this year, they're 1-0. I know it was against Austin Peay, but 200 yards rushing, that is very, very impressive. And they have taken a big lead and taking command of the momentum in this game.
Their depth is impressive. Richard, Ito Smith has been good catching the ball out of the backfield. Here's Nuttall for Texas State around right end. And a nice game to the 30-yard line. He picks up 8 on the play. Second and short coming up. Now, Texas State, it's not broke on offense. They're doing a lot of good things out there.
It's not broken, but it's not exactly the second quarter. They weren't able to cash in after that big play. I mean, it's amazing that this is continuing to happen.
Play fake over the middle, incomplete. He had his tight end Ryan Carton there, and he can't hang on. He catches that, he's across midfield.
Texas State has to find a way to get their energy back. This was actually a good pass by Tyler Jones, and we've seen the dropsies by the Bobcat receivers a little bit today. They have to find a way to get this energy back. Just because Southern Miss scores, that doesn't mean the game is lost. Tyler Jones has to rally his guys and will them to make plays.
3rd and 2. Jones is going to keep it and appears to have the first down across the 32-yard line. It starts by moving the chains to generate some momentum, and he does it right there. Curtis Michael, the sophomore cornerback, on the tackle, but he picks it up. Texas State team has scored 63 against Prairie View A&M, a game you saw last week.
That game was deceiving, though. The defense was not happy with the way it played. Coach Fran was not happy. John Thompson, the defensive coordinator, the team knew that they didn't play well, even though that they had a blowout.
Straight ahead, not much real estate available up the middle, as that front has done a nice job. Thigpen was in there. Ryan Anderson, the middle linebacker. There's a flag as well on the field. Carry by Nuttall.
Yes. Following the play, personal foul, offense number 76, 15 yards, safety spot, second down.
It's the junior right tackle, Ryan Melton.
You can't have that. Not at this point in time in the game. That's just an inexcusable error. So now, instead of being 1st and 10, you're sitting at 1st and 25. The momentum is already not going your way, and that penalty advantage that Texas State had going into halftime, they're doing their best to give it back to Southern Miss right now.
So now 2nd and 25 officially, back at the 17. Jones out of the backfield. Japhus Gaines with the catch get some of that penalty yardage back, and he's knocked down at the 28-yard line. Still a 3rd and long coming up. Sherrod Ruff on the tackle.
That was a good play. As a coach, you cannot try to get all the yards back at once. If you are going to complete the first down, you got to try to get about half of it back on the first play. And then now they haven't, I mean, it's 3rd and long, but at least it's 3rd and possible.
3rd and 13. Jones as they rush 3. In some trouble. Down he goes at the 22-yard line. The defensive tackles have been effective, but this time it was the bandit end, Dylan Bradley, that got him his 3rd sack this season.
And it was the penalty. It was the big penalty right there. Without that 15-yard penalty, Texas State would have had a first down. And that's one of the biggest problems with penalties. Southern Miss shot themselves in the foot in the first half, 9 for 88. But now this is the tale of 2 halves, the tale of different quarters. Bradley there, Southern Miss on top, taking the entire momentum back. Big plays, being physical, 28-42, Southern Miss on top.
Texas State hoping their defense can stand tall. So far, they've given up 486 yards of total offense to Southern Mississippi. They've got to make some stops here. This game could get out of control.
They're going to have to be physical and dominate the line of scrimmage like they did in the second quarter when they only gave up 50-some-odd yards. But in the first and the third, they gave up over 200 yards in each quarter and a bunch of points. Texas State has to do something completely different in this quarter, and the momentum wasn't going their way, and that punt doesn't bounce their way either. That doesn't take a favorable bounce. And if you're Texas State here, this can get out of hand here. So they're going to have to put a stop. They're not where they want to be on defense. Things aren't going their way. The other team has all the momentum. You got to bow up right here as a team, as a defense, because your season depends on it. A bowl game could potentially be decided on this drive, the way that you played in this half. You got to step up. These are those moments that teams are made and teams are broken.
The Lumikaba punt takes a backwards hop. The Golden Eagles start this series from the 47-yard line. Richard already 148 yards on the ground. Carries it into Bobcats territory down to the 48. Picks up 5. Jeter Gilman on the tackle. Well, they've already erased a 21-3 deficit, Texas State. But now time becomes a factor as we start the 4th quarter. Mullins. And that is a tough catch to make for a single yard as it's hauled in by Dathan Davis, the sophomore running back.
It's one of the problems with this quick strike offense with the tempo is Southern Miss didn't have a good play to check into right there. They had 3 wide receivers all the way to the field side, yet and still Texas State only had 2 defenders over there, and instead of running some type of route combination, which would have resulted potentially in a big play, they continued into a screen play, which was stopped by the Bobcats.
3rd and 7 at the 50-yard line. Mullins over the middle, has a man, it's caught by Martin. First down and more. Casey Martin, touchdown.
So did I say he wasn't a big play guy?
We called him a possession receiver. There's a big play right there. It's 48-28.
Okay, so he must have an ear. He must be able to hear the game. Say, I'll show you possession receiver. No, home run man. That's what you need to call me, Mr. Home Run Man. He is helping his team win in every single way. You see who they go to on 3rd down. They go to the money man.
A lot of confidence in Martin, the 5th-year senior from Huffman, Texas. 50-yard strike. He's caught a couple of them for scores. 4 touchdown passes for Mullins, and the extra point is good from Parker Schonfield. How about this offensive showing from the Golden Eagles? 49-28, Southern Mississippi doing it through the air. Richard on the ground. Mullins to Martin through the air, and they have a comfortable lead with 13:36 to go. 49-28 lead. A couple touchdown catches for number 83, Casey Martin, the last one a 50-yarder. Leading receiver the last 2 years for this club. Honorable mention All-Conference USA a year ago. Could be a first or second team pick this year. He's putting up big numbers, and the big lead for the Golden Eagles as Broccoli's kick is a short one. And Smith fields it, and we have a whistle.
What?
And he's wondering why there was a whistle there. I don't think a fair catch was called. There's a whistle, and the Texas State wants an explanation. They say that he did offer a fair catch. We didn't see it from up here, but they say he got his arm up in the
Rolling
air.
on the field is an invalid signal by the receiving team. The ball was dead when possessed.
So they mark it at the 16-yard line.
Coach Fram may have a gripe on a couple of things today, but his team has got to play better on offense and on defense. This is a critical drive.
They say that fair catch was called there as they will start from the 16. Little bubble screen into the hands of Best, and Best is gang tackled after picking up yardage to the 24. 8 yards on the catch for C.J. Best, the senior. Brian Anderson on the tackle.
If you're the Bobcats, you don't have to try to get it all back on one play, but you do have to pick up some chunks right here. Down 21 points, you need 3 scores. You have to move fast. You have to be efficient on offense. You can't waste any drives here.
They are comfortable in the up-tempo style, but they're down 21. There's a catch by Brandon Smith. That will be inbounds. The clock will continue to roll. It was a first down, though, and that'll move the chains.
This up-tempo offense for Texas State has been a little bit slower today than it was last week against Prairie View.
Here's Best again. And that's not going to get it done. A yard, and that's about it. The Shadrick Truly shut him down.
Truly's come up and made some big plays on offense, well, on defense today. And made some big critical stops. He's a guy who's not afraid to come up and be physical. But then at the same time, he's been good in coverage as well.
Jones in some trouble, going to run for it. This is where he's very good, and he takes it up to 37 for a pickup of 6 yards. Third down coming up as they hurry up to the line of scrimmage. 12 minutes to go in this one. Southern Miss has done a nice job with transfers, Division I transfers, junior college transfers, and that's given them some athleticism, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, that's one of the ways that you can build your program back up. Southern Miss was depleted on talent. 1-11 2 years ago. Coach Monken has been able to build the team back up, and one of those ways is to get junior college transfers and give those guys an opportunity. And when they start to win for you, then it makes it easier to recruit freshmen and then be able to redshirt them, let them get more mature. The way they can come out and play well for you in a couple years.
And I think a sense of urgency with both these programs. They believe this is a big year for both of these programs to get it done now. Great tradition at Southern Miss. Hall of Famers Ray Guy, Brett Favre, alums of the school. Third down. Texas State trying to keep the drive going here. In the flat. Catch made right at the line of scrimmage by Lowe, and he's short of the first down. It's fourth down. Kalen Reed, who's been all over the place at cornerback with a good play.
Oh, this is fourth down territory, though. You don't really have a whole lot of options right now because the way that your defense is playing, even the way that your offense is playing in terms of not being able to pick up big chunks, you have to get this first down right now while you have the ability to.
Ryan Gary's on the field as a receiver, split right. 4th and 3. Gotta have this. They throw across the middle and they get it. To keep their slim hopes alive. They don't get it there, it's all but over. Ryan Carton, the grab to Shadrick Truly on the tackle.
And that time, Truly might have gotten away with one because it looked like he got there a little bit early even on that play as well. He's very, very aggressive.
Under 11 minutes to go now. They set up the screen into Lowe's hands, and he shut down after a 1-yard gain. Sherrod Ruff with another tackle from his linebacker spot.
You're seeing a lot of these quick screens and quick plays by Texas State, but Southern Miss is getting a little bit tired. You see some of these guys getting cramped up, so they aren't exactly the perfect candidate for running screens against right now.
Jones has been a dual threat, over 100 passing and running. Throwing here, he's got his tight end again. It's Carton, and that's a first down to the Golden Eagles' 36-yard line. Antoine and Parker combine on the stop.
I like the pace. I like the energy. I like Tyler Jones delivering the football where his wide receiver not just can catch it, but where he cannot drop it. Hits him right in the breadbasket.
15-yard pickup. The senior tight end from San Diego. Jones stepping up, flushed out of the pocket, runs and slips and goes down to 31. He could have gotten more there, only picks up 5 on the play.
That's what happens when you have 2 defenders staring at you and you're trying to figure out a way, okay, how can I get the most yards and not get hit? Uh-oh, I slipped and I fell.
They hurry up now, time of the essence, 9:40 to go in this one. They have 3 timeouts left. Jones, catch made by Smith. He goes to a knee short of the first down at the 28-yard line. 3rd down coming up. Got to be touchdowns the rest of the way here, and they are in a catch-up posture with time dwindling. On 3rd and 2, that will pick up the first down. Inside the 26, Chris Nuttall on the carry.
Nuttall's the guy that they want in these scenarios, because if he gets an opportunity to hit a home run, he can, while Lowe may be the better overall dual threat running back. Nuttall is the guy that can make the huge play for you.
Now the first down's almost even. They swing it into the slot, catch made, and it's C.J. Best with a big gainer for a first down near the 10-yard line. So the clock will stop with 8:46 to go, and a touchdown here would make this interesting. It'll be 1st and goal from the 10. Jones rolling right, he's going to throw it away.
He just didn't have enough time right there. If he were able to look back across the field just with a hair more time, he would have seen Mercer right in the middle of the field for a touchdown.
Jones with 191 through the air. His top target has been Best with 6 catches. Smith split to the left side. They'll run an option. Now it's a pass out of the option look. The throw by Jones off the mark. 2 receivers in the area, and here comes a penalty flag. A couple Golden Eagles were over there.
Oh, you knew that was coming. You knew that was coming. Right in the end zone. That's the oldest trick in the book by the defensive backs. Oh, our feet got tangled. No, your feet didn't get tangled. You committed a penalty.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. The foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic. First down.
Trey Collins, the sophomore corner.
Yeah, he's there early.
A chance to make this a 2-score game. 1st and goal from the 2. Lowe in at running back. Handoff low. Touchdown, Texas State.
1 down, 2 more to go. You see, there's still people in this Texas State crowd that still do believe. They were here in the 2nd quarter. They know it can happen. They know it's possible. There was a little bit of indecision by the Southern Miss Golden Eagle linebacker. You got to attack the football. You have to attack the running back, especially when you're down there on the goal line and there are pullers coming.
Lowe's 3rd rushing touchdown this season. Caba's extra point makes it a 14-point game. 8:12 to go. Still plenty of time on the clock. An important drive for the Bobcats, and they cash in. Lowe, the senior, finds the end zone. 8:12 to go, an important touchdown drive for Texas State to draw within 14. 14 plays, 84 yards, and Lowe caps it off. And Coach Francione now needs his defense to step up. We have almost 1,000 yards of total offense in this game, and Texas State keeps hanging in there.
So it's not just the points that are piling up, it's the yards that are piling up. And that's starting to take a toll on both of these defenses. You see a bunch of Southern Miss players have gone out, whether it's potential cramps or injuries. You get fatigue.
Onside kick, Kaba, Lumi Kaba, and does Texas State have it? Did it go 10 yards? Looks like it did. No indication yet. And they were waiting on the, there it is, Texas State football.
You got to be a little more aware if you're Southern Miss right here. You know that Texas State may want to onside kick, surprise onside kick in this situation. If you're on that front line, you got to be willing to go for it. You got to be willing to make a play and take one for the team if necessary to get the ball back.
How about that?
Hey,
Huge special teams play.
But I'm going to tell you, you got to be brave standing out there in the front line. I've been on the front line. Let's see if the ball even went 10 yards before he touched it. Ooh. Could be a little bit close right there.
They're going to officially review this here. It
As
looked
they
like right at 10.
Charge for legal recovery by the kicking team. The previous play is under further review.
Because it looks like he touched it with that left hand. If he touched it with the left, it might have gone 10 yards. But if he touched it with the right, it might be a little bit short. I don't know if it's conclusive. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough to overturn what we've seen so far.
And it looks like, from what we saw, it was right at the 45-yard line, which is the 10-yard mark. They need to reach with that.
I'm going Texas State football. What you got? What you got, Trey?
Well, let's take another look here. Here's a good angle. Kaba really kept him off guard. Put it in the right spot, away from the dark jerseys.
What do you got, Trey?
Well, I think the ruling on the field is it's going to be tough to overturn that.
Okay, so Texas State football.
Coach Monken thinking,
waiting with bated breath.
well, and how big is this call? If Southern Miss gets the football here, they get the excellent field position at the 45-yard line.
And not only do they get excellent field position, but they can essentially ice the game just by not even scoring a touchdown, but taking a good amount of time off the clock.
I think that crossed the 45.
Yeah, because
what we can see here.
Because he reaches out to get the ball. It's not like he gets it at the point. His hands clearly extend to get the ball, and I think that's going to be the difference in whether this is overturned or not.
Kaba, a junior from
After
Tyler,
further
Texas.
review, the ruling on the field stands.
So Texas State executes the onside kick successfully, and they'll have it at the 46. Coach Francione rolling the dice.
I told you he was pulling that. He still got that trick play sheet out, man. He pulled it out earlier, and they made a big play. This time, same exact thing. Now Texas State back in the ball game, but they got to put points up.
30 years overall as a head coach. He's got a few tricks up his sleeve, and let's see if they can cash in now. Jones, quarterback draw. Jones to midfield. First down to the 40. Jones is in the clear. To the 10. To the end zone. Touchdown Bobcats. The flag comes in after the play.
This one may be coming back.
54 yards. Will it stand?
It could be a face mask against Southern Miss.
Touchdown, personal foul, face mask, defense number 11. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Kalen Reed, the face mask, touchdown stands. Jones has made this a one-score game with 7:59 to go.
Okay, it's the fourth quarter apparently. It's the fourth quarter. You didn't think it was still Groundhog's Day because Southern Miss scored at the beginning of the quarter? Yeah, right.
Jones with 35 and 54-yard touchdown runs from the quarterback position, and it's 49-42. What a wild one here in the Lone Star State.
Okay, this is the design quarterback run. He sees that there's not a hole up the middle, and he just uses breakaway speed right there. Face mask and all, he has the will to get in the end zone. Tyler Jones is clearly the leader of this football team, and their comebacks and their big plays have been not on his arm tonight. They've been on his feet. He's been leading this team, throwing the ball even when guys have dropped it, running the ball, taking hits. This is a guy that you want leading your football team. And when Coach Fran says he's our kind of guy, I think Tyler Jones is everybody's kind of guy. One play, 54 yards. Look at tonight's stat line: 191 yards, 2 touchdowns, 171 rush yards, and another 2 touchdowns. But the biggest thing: 0 interceptions, 0 fumbles. Taking care of the football. He's my kind of guy, Trey.
No, I mean, all-conference candidate, dual threat, one of the best dual threat quarterbacks you'll see. I mean, with what he means to this team, he may be the MVP of the conference in terms of his importance.
Absolutely. A lot of times you see dual threat quarterbacks, maybe even like a Jeremy Johnson over at Auburn, but then they turn the ball over. Tyler Jones is protecting the football, and that is the best kind of quarterback, a quarterback who makes big plays and doesn't turn the football over. Sign me up every single time.
Well over 1,000 yards of total offense in this one, as Cabo with the personal foul penalty easily clears the end zone with that kickoff from midfield. And now this has changed course again. It was a 21-point lead. Now it's 7 for Southern Mississippi, and they need to do some work offensively.
This is why you don't leave football games or sporting events early. How many times do you see fans leave games and then all of a sudden you see them trying to bust back in the arena and the security say, no, not today. Shouldn't have left. Sorry for you. You can't do that, man. This is sports. Anything can happen. Have faith in your team. They can come back.
7:59 to go. The Golden Eagles trying to earn a crazy road win here. 49 points, but it may not be enough as they run the ball. Trey McGowan on the tackle. Carrying it is Richard, who's gone over 100 yards in this game.
Don't you just feel how the energy is different in Bobcat Stadium right now? I mean, different than it was even 5 minutes ago. Different than it was at the beginning of the quarter. Texas State looked defeated. Tyler Jones makes a play. Crowd is erupting. Fans are excited. The team has more energy.
Been a great vibe in the second and fourth quarters. Will it mean a victory for Texas State? 2nd and 6. Richard, left side, first down across the 35, and that's a big first down as Stephen Johnson, the sophomore free safety, is on the tackle. Officials timeout here with 7:10 to go. It's a Bobcat down on the far side of the field. And that is Easy Anyama.
You don't like to see that at all because he looks to be in a lot of pain. He's come out. He had that deflected pass earlier, which led to another big Texas State stop. He's a good player on their defense, and now with this momentum flying by, fatigue flying by, all these yards piling up, Trey, all these points piling up, it takes a toll on these young athletes.
We saw this graphic earlier, yards per quarter. Look at the fluctuation from one quarter to the next. This has been Texas State's quarter here in the fourth.
Now at over 1,000 yards of total offense. One team has been under 100 in each quarter, and that team has lost a quarter, and the other team has been explosive in every way.
Under 7 minutes to go. Each team has their 3 timeouts remaining. The Golden Eagles would love to burn some clock here with a sustained drive. Fresh set of downs from the 46.
Look for Southern Miss to take a shot up top real soon.
Using all that play clock. Nick Mullins. Handoff. Richard breaks the tackle. He's in there free in the clear. 40, 30. Richard has another rushing touchdown, and they're over 50 points with 6:23 to go.
Touchdown, Southern Miss.
50, make it 64 yards for Jalen Richard, his third rushing touchdown.
This felt almost inexplicable. It looked like Texas State was going to get a stop in the backfield, and then you see Alexi he didn't see the running back. He ran right past him. And if you're Texas State, that's got to be a little bit deflating. Alexi was looking in the backfield. Richard made a great play, was hiding behind the offensive line, and he got lost. Big play, Richard, but the game's not over, young man. The game's not over.
64 yards right up the gut, 228 yards on the ground for number 30.
Okay, so I would classify that as a good day. I would classify that as a solid day. These yards are just piling up in every single way. 3 plays, 75 yards. That's another 75-yarder in under 2 minutes by Southern Miss. 64. I mean, we've seen big play after big play. If you're the coaches on the winning side of tonight, you're excited that you won, but you hate that you're giving up all these big plays. Jalen Richard, 24 rushes, 228 yards, 4 touchdowns. Oh, yeah, that's a good day. That's actually a career day when you look at 4 touchdowns.
He scored from 1, 3, 53, and 64 yards on touchdown runs. And it's a 14-point cushion again for the Golden Eagles. Still 6:23 to go in this one.
I don't know what to expect, Trey. I mean, I don't. So it had been back and forth through the first 3 quarters, but Southern Miss has actually stepped up in this 4th quarter, even though they haven't played a lick of defense. They've stepped up on the offensive end and said, you know, we're at least gonna try to outscore you, even if we can't stop you.
Well, we talked about the importance of this one. The winner's going to go to 2-1, and when you look at the schedules ahead for each program, a 2-1 record puts you in a pretty good spot to make a run for a bowl bid. 1-2, it's going to be very difficult. It'll be a big road win for the Golden Eagles. There's a squib kick, and that will roll out of bounds. It was not effective for Broccoli. And they let it roll out. So they'll have the ball at the 35-yard line. Let's take a look at what Tyler Jones has done. Dual threat, he's done it all.
Hey, this is the big, long touchdown run, 35-yarder that he had earlier as being a catalyst for the comeback for Texas State. Then he passed the ball right before halftime. And right here, we see a long run by Tyler Jones. Even with the face mask penalty, leading his team back, you know that he has to be a little bit exhausted from doing so much work tonight, but he's not going to let his team fade.
Trying to again get this back to a 1-score game. All their timeouts, 6:23 to work with. Play fake over the middle, and incomplete, intended for C.J. Best.
These are the plays that you have to make. You have to make these plays as an offense. Your quarterback's putting the ball right on the money. He's fighting his heart out. You got to show up. Everybody's got to show up to win.
And that's going to be a false start. There's no flag on. Now the flag comes in. The receiver at the top of the screen broke early. That was Ryan Carden.
Full start. 84, offense, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
He had a 5-yard head start there.
Well, he took off early the last play, too, but they didn't call it. This time was a little more egregious, so they said, son, you got to stop it. Stop it already.
What an offensive slugfest this has been. The penalties have been a factor. Both teams have been affected by the penalty flag. Gaines with a catch, gets that penalty yardage back, and he's out of bounds at the 36-yard line, stopping the clock with 6:15 to go.
You don't have to get it all back at once, but at least you've given yourself an opportunity to pick up the first down with 2 downs. So if you're Texas State, you want to try to get at least most of this back on this play.
Jones on 3rd and long, incomplete. Not looking for the ball there was Lawrence White, the tight end, but a flag comes in. Some contact.
That's interference. Defense number 8. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Shadrick truly. Coach Munson was arguing there.
If it's a pass interference, you know what number to point at. He's had a couple early visits with the wide receivers today. But this is one of those plays that leaves a little bit of gray area. The wide receiver was not ready to catch the ball. However, truly did commit a penalty.
They send Lowe in motion here. Jones near sideline, that's broken up. Intended for Best. But right there on the spot was Kalen Reed to break it up. Well, you know, even if this is a time-consuming drive, if they can get it into the end zone, they've got the 3 timeouts left.
Yeah, they have plenty of time. They're not in a bad situation because they should at least get one more crack at it.
Jones in a bad situation there, though, and Michael Smith, their 5th-year senior tackle, with a big sack.
Yeah, that was bad. That was an untimely sack. You were going to be in 3rd and 10 if your quarterback was able to throw it away, but the protection broke down at the wrong time. Now you have to get 2 10-yard plays to pick up the first down.
3rd and 19. Jones over the middle, diving attempt, and the catch made short of the first down, but a good catch by Best. It'll be 4th down, and they need a couple yards. They're at the 47.
You can't quantify how big that is. It's such a big difference between 4th and 20 and 4th and 3.
From the 47. Jones, slant, catch made, first down. They move the sticks. Hauled in by Lawrence White, the tight end. Antoine on the tackle. They'll hurry up.
You like Tyler Jones. A lot of times these dual threat quarterbacks in these situations, they want to get the first down with their feet because they trust their feet. He clearly trusts his arm, delivered a strike.
From the 40 now. Jones with the pump fake, pressure, in some trouble. Down he goes at the 47-yard line. Coming from all sides that time, that was Darian Yancey that gets credit for the sack.
Southern Miss's defensive line is showing up at the right time. Mustafa, Yancey, these guys are putting pressure on Tyler Jones at the right time.
Now it's 2nd down and 17. Jones over the middle, slow throw, but it is caught at the 32-yard line. Gaines with a nice job cradling that one. The senior from Houston.
The resiliency of Tyler Jones is just shown. I mean, it takes character to be able to stand in the pocket, stare at the defensive lineman getting ready to hit you, and still coming out and making plays.
3rd down and a couple. Jones, sideline. What a catch. Made by Gaines. Reed on the coverage, and that was behind him, and he somehow hung on.
You like the Texas State wide receiver stepping up at least at the right time. They had the dropsies earlier today, but now when it's counted the most, they've been able to make some plays.
First down at the 25-yard line, under 4 minutes to go. Again, a pump fake by Jones. Goes for the corner, and incomplete. Gaines, that pass too tall inside the 5-yard line.
That was the perfect time to call a double move, which was a stop and go. Good pump fake by Tyler Jones. I'm surprised that we didn't see a penalty marker come out right there on the defensive backs. On the slot receiver, White, and on Gaines on the outside. They were both hit on their double moves.
Monster game by Jones. Will it be enough on 2nd down? Slant pattern caught by Gary, and he is popped. Hit hard, and here comes the penalty flag. DeShadrick Truly
you knew that was
with
coming.
the hit.
You knew that was coming.
Truly, we kind of applauded his aggressiveness earlier today, but that's one of those plays that is just, you got to lower your target if you're Truly, because that's a dangerous play, not only for the defenseless receiver, but for Truly himself.
Personal foul, targeting, defense. Previous play is under further review.
So we'll review this on Truly. Here it is. If there's a replay overturned, the ejection and 15-yard penalty are taken away.
Yep.
But
if you target the head of a defenseless opponent, they are going to throw the penalty and then go back and review to see it, and they will rescind the penalty. If so, he led with the crown of his head, and I think that's where he's going to get the penalty. That was
helmet to helmet.
Yeah. He actually dazed himself with that. That's a dangerous play for everybody. You got to lower your target if you are a defender. I mean, everybody knows that he's young enough.
After further review, the rolling on the field is confirmed by rule. Number 8 is disqualified. That penalty will be penalized at the distance to the goal. Automatic, first down.
So DeShadrick Truly has been taken out of the game. 15-yard penalty, and the safety removed. And now, with that penalty, it'll be a 1st and goal for Texas State with 3:34 to go. 13 penalties against Southern Mississippi.
That one was costly because not only do you give the Bobcats the ball inside the 10-yard line, but you also get yourself out of the game. You get kicked out of the game. Now you can't help your team on the sideline. You're one of the better players on defense. This is his, 3rd flag today. It went from being an aggressive penalty to all of a sudden now it's a penalty that hurts the team.
Low in the backfield, 1st and goal from the 7. Low with the carries to the 5, and he spins inside the 5-yard line. Clock running near the 3-minute mark. They have their 3 timeouts remaining.
If you're Texas State, you want to get this ball in the end zone quickly because you're now entering territory to maybe you have to onside kick, even though you do have those 3 timeouts.
2nd and goal. Jones to throw it. Best the catch. Inside the 5 and close to the 3. It'll be 3rd down from there.
I'm thinking potential quarterback draw with Tyler Jones here and use the running back as a blocker as well. So now instead of playing at a disadvantage on the offense where the quarterback doesn't really count as a blocker, now all of a sudden you have an additional blocker.
3rd and goal. 2.5 minutes to go. In motion is Mercer. They fake it to Mercer. Jones keeps it, and that does not fool Southern Miss. Shut down for a loss back at the 5. Tarek Wright, the 5th-year senior linebacker, was there. It's 4th down.
Well, they tried it. Southern Miss was ready for it.
And the game on the line right here for Texas State. Mercer in a slot right, and now a timeout taken by Texas State. They have 2 remaining. 2:03 to go. 4th down and goal coming up for Jones and company. When we come back, Golden Eagles lead by 14. .203 to go and a big 4th down facing Tyler Jones, and this Texas State offense has had an amazing game as a dual threat quarterback, but it's 4th and goal at the 5. They need 2 touchdowns to tie it. Low to his right. In motion is Smith. Jones, Smith, he's got it. He's knocked down shy of the goal line.
That's a play. That's how you come up as a defensive back and make a play.
Kalen Reed, the corner, he's been flying all over the football field, and he made the game-winning play right there.
That is just that. Now that is textbook hit. Great pass by Tyler Jones. You got to get the ball out across the plane, but he comes up, hits him low, takes his legs out, and delivers a blow with power.
And when we asked Coach Monken about guys that could be next-level guys, Reed was one of those guys mentioned. He has great ability.
When you do stuff like that, that's next level ability. That's how you get to play on Sunday. You make plays not just during the course of the regular game, but when it counts the most, and it couldn't count any more than right there on 4th down on the goal line.
Stops him at the 1, and now they'll try to just burn some clock here. They'll hand it off straight ahead, and just getting across the goal line is Richard. McGowan on the tackle. Only 2 timeouts remaining for Texas State, and they're going to use one of them right here.
This is a good situation, obviously, for Southern Miss, but at the same time, it's a little bit of a dangerous situation. You're in the shadow of your own goal line. You don't want to give them the ball back, even if it is on a safety, and they would have to get 2 points and then drive all the way down.
It's time to take a look. We've seen a lot of offense, but it's time to take a look at the Capital One Cup impact play of the game. So much offense, but how about this defense ends up being the story on that last play. A amazing play by Kalen Reed to keep him short of the goal line.
Touchdown, Texas State. Oh, never mind. Reed with the big hit. Excellent play. This is textbook. He moves full speed. He doesn't wait, stop his feet and gather and try to think. No, he goes, he reacts, he was ready, and he made the play. Now that's the Capital One Cup impact performance, impact play of the game.
You need your defense to step up at some point, and Reed has done that. And now they'll try to run the clock out here with Richard, who's gone over 200 yards. Trey McGowan on the tackle. Final timeout used here by Texas State with 1:42 left.
Second timeout.
Well, this is going to be a sweet win for Todd Monken and Southern Mississippi. Unless something miraculous happens here, looks like they're on their way. A road victory, and his offense was sensational.
Yeah, this was a big victory for Southern Miss. They lost to Mississippi State. They came back, trounced Austin Peay. Now this game, it's Texas State. Next week at Nebraska, though. You know, they put up a good fight against Mississippi State. Nebraska had a tough time today. That's a game that they could potentially have a big upset in. Then it's on the conference, North Texas at Marshall, San Antonio at Charlotte, UTEP at Rice, Old Dominion, Louisiana Tech. This is a team that can win this conference, that can win Conference USA. They clearly have a good quarterback. They have a stout defense, and they have guys like Reed, the impact player, who made the impact play of the day to anchor their defense.
He's gotten better every year. 3 wins last year. This will be win number 2 for Monken if they can hang on now. Richard on 3rd down and long, playing it safe. A run that ends up being a loss back to the 3-yard line, but the clock ticking towards the 1-minute mark. How about number 30? What an effort from the senior from Alexandria, Louisiana. He's hobbling a little bit, but it's going to feel good after a win.
Yeah, you can't be mad at him for hobbling around a little bit today. He's taking a bunch of carries, got a bunch of miles on those legs. He's been the catalyst. He hit the home run that sealed the game. That big long run, 26 carries, 231 yards, and 4 touchdowns. What?
A couple long touchdown runs, too, from 53 and 64 yards. And now 4th down with 54 seconds to go, and a 14-point advantage for Southern Miss.
Okay.
Texas State schedule, they're going to fall to 1-2 here unless they can pull off a miracle. It won't be easy for them. They'll have to go on the road next. Here's their slate coming up.
They have a tough schedule because a lot of their toughest games are on the road. And you're going to look at Houston, Lafayette, Georgia Southern, Arkansas State. Some of the better teams in their conference are on the road, so they needed to take care of business in their home games.
Well, Francione's done a great job improving every year with this program. But there'll be one and play of game call now against Southern Miss.
5-yard penalty. Correction, half the distance to the goal. 4th down.
So, Coach Fran.
54 seconds. 54.
Coach Fran has brought his team in this Texas State program a long way. Talked about his kind of guy, Tyler Jones. So Tyler Jones is my kind of guy as well. But Jalen Richard, he's my kind of guy too. Workhorse. You can build winning teams off of guys like that.
Now Tyler Sarazen's going to take the intentional safety here. He steps out across the back line. They're going to give away the 2 points, and essentially what they do by doing that is they get 20 yards of field position, and they'll be able to punt out of there with a little bit of real estate with 51 seconds on the clock.
This is just situational football. These are the plays that you practice on Fridays in your walkthrough. So the coaches know there's 51 seconds left. Can Texas State really score 2 touchdowns in 51 seconds? Yes, it's possible, but is it plausible? Yeah, not so much. So you're already in the shadow of your own goal line. You don't want to try to risk getting a punt blocked or a punt returned. So you take the safety, you punt from the 20-yard line, you put your kick coverage team out there. Don't give up a touchdown, and then force them to drive down the field and eat up a lot of that clock. Then they would have to get an onside kick and then go all the way down to score again in 51 seconds. It's just a smart football play.
When you get the yardage, and again, no timeouts left for Texas State. So, and they'll also, instead of punting it, they will kick it away here as well. Which
that's rare. You actually rarely see a team kick the ball off from after a safety. You do have the option to punt it or kick it. A lot of teams choose to punt it because you get a lot more hang time and your coverage team can do a better job.
Stephen Broccoli has handled the kickoff specialist duties today. Back deep, Brandon Smith standing at his 12-yard line, and it's going to be a little pooch kick fielded by Ryan Carden at the 46-yard line. He'll go down. They play it safe, and Texas State has it at the 47-yard line. 46 seconds left.
Another good football play. You cannot get it returned on you by the tight end, who's not the fastest guy on
unless you're George Reister, who had that speed as a tight end. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It's a safe play. You also hem him in on the sideline there.
Well, I actually did.
I know you did. I'm just giving you a hard time.
In a preseason game, something like this happened. We were playing against Tampa Bay, and I actually did return it. But I got caught at like the 2-yard line. so no, I didn't have this. I apparently didn't have the speed to strike it rich either.
No timeouts left. Jones throws it away. His receiver, Nuttall, wasn't looking for the football. It's going to be a tough one to swallow for Texas State because they've had plenty of offense.
Oh, yeah. And if you're Coach Fran, last week you weren't happy with your defense in a huge blowout of Prairie View A&M. And then today you give up 56 points, 600 yards of offense to Southern Miss, and you give up a lot of yards rushing to just one player.
Hook and ladder gains the catch, pitches it to Best, back to the quarterback, Jones, and he's tackled out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Brian Anderson on the tackle, a little hook and ladder there.
Don't discount this either. I've been a part of a game. You know how as like the Stanford band play, everybody's lateraling and all that. I had that happen in Jacksonville. We're playing against the Saints with Dante Stallworth, Aaron Brooks are laddering all over the place. They scored like 80 yards in one play.
Only 29 seconds left here. Jones unleashes one downfield, and it's dropped. Should have been intercepted. Dropped near the goal line. As Southern Miss had it well covered. That was Williams there with a crack at it. Kevin Williams Jr., a sophomore from Frisco, Texas.
The running joke with wide receivers and defensive backs comes off of plays like this, where defensive backs where they drop the ball because they like to say that they're the most athletic guys on the field, and the wide receivers tell them, yeah, buddy, that's why you're on defense right there.
Second down now. Jones fires one down near the goal line. Caught by Mercer, and he has the grab inside the 5-yard line with 13 seconds to go. Have to hurry up, try to get a score with some time left on the clock here, and an onside kick, a lot to ask here. for the Bobcats.
They're fighting, though.
They start the clock, 10 seconds. Jones, slant, touchdown. Caught by Mercer with 4 seconds left.
Okay, so you're saying there's a chance.
56-50. Mercer with the grab.
Just adding to the great night of Tyler Jones. I don't know if you can say enough about this kid. He has rushed the ball all over the place, throwing the ball all over the place. He's taking care of the football. No interceptions, no fumbles.
306 yards passing as that extra point is no good from Lumi Kaba. 6-point game. Now, you got the onside kick.
That right there is Texas State's night. That's their night. You do something good, and then you do something bad right behind it. This was a great play, great catch, great toss. And Texas State, you like their fight. There's a lot of teams, they give up in these situations. A lot of fans have given up, but you see there's a good portion of Texas State fans still here that know that their team still has the ability to win this football game.
A roller coaster of emotions. Okay, what do you do here? This is would be a true miracle. You've got your onside kick team out there, 4 seconds to go. You basically
Did you see BYU
need
play
to recover it and hope there's some time left on the clock.
Did you see BYU play?
Yes.
Yeah, Hail Mary and
twice.
Yeah, exactly. And their quarterback, his brother, caught a Hail Mary the same day. Come on. Hey, do you believe in miracles? I do. I watch football. I watch sports for greatness. I live for these moments, I'm telling you, because you never know what can happen.
4 seconds. Kaba has already converted on one of these onside kicks here in the second half. But they're waiting on it this time from the 35-yard line.
But the clock is not going to start until the ball's actually touched.
Right. 4 seconds, though, is all they have. Kaba.
All you need is one.
From the right hash. And now timeout. Timeout.
Second charge timeout. Southern Miss. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Trying to get everybody lined up.
Texas State got a break right there because that ball wasn't going 10 yards.
We've seen a little bit of everything here. 106 points, over 1,000 yards of total offense. Record-setting effort. The quarterback play has been sensational from Mullins and Jones. You have Richard over 200 yards on the ground.
We're at 1,200 yards of total offense. It takes teams 4 or 5 games to do this at times. And we're looking at one game? Okay, so I got a question for you, Trey. Are you more impressed by the team's offense, or are you more discouraged by their lack of defense?
I'm a half-glass full guy. I like the offense. How about that? The answer. The offense has been really good here.
I would rather watch that than the 6-9 Missouri Connecticut
I'm
game
with you.
today.
You're an offensive guy. You're a tight end. I understand it. You come from that offensive standpoint. Here we go. With 4 seconds, the onside kick recovered by Southern Miss. And that will put a finish on this one. No time off the clock. They can take a knee and get out of here with a hard-fought victory. That was Picasso Nelson Jr., the sophomore from Mendenhall, Mississippi, jumping on it.
Well, that was the way that he recovered that onside kick was a work of art from Mr. Picasso. A lot of times people, they let the ball, they get up on him, it beats him up. But he recovered it and sealed the deal for his team. Now, there is still a chance, though, Trey. There's still a chance. There's a miracle at the Meadowlands. Have you
Joe
not seen?
Pisarcik and Herman Edwards scooped it up for the Eagles, but they have some insurance. Brandon Smith standing behind the quarterback here.
Okay, Trey, the game's over now.
And that'll do it.
It's
Nick
over now.
Mullins taking a knee. Southern Mississippi escaped with a 56-50 win here at Bobcat Stadium. What a game.
Both offenses came out and played tremendous. Both quarterbacks especially Tyler Jones. 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, almost 200 yards rushing, 2 TDs. Jalen Richard, 230 and 4 touchdowns. Mullins lit it up. I mean, this was like light up, break the scoreboard. I don't even know if the Jumbotrons, if the stat machine guys, if they could handle what was going on. They had their field tonight.
They did a great job up here. It was a game of ebb and flows, and Southern Mississippi wins it 56-50. For George Reister, I'm Trey Bender saying so long from San Marcos, Texas. 56-50, Southern Mississippi outlast Texas State here in the Lone Star State. Watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks. Log on to WatchESPN.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Good night from San Marcos, Texas.